Raised on naked grandeur where there's nothing else to gaze on, set pieces and drop curtain scenes galore. Big mountains heave to heaven which the blinding sunsets blazon, black canyons where the rapids rip and roar. Have you swept the Vision Valley with the green stream streaking through it? Search the vastness for a something you have lost. Have you strung your soul to silence and for God's sake go and do it? Hear the challenge, learn the lesson, pay the cost. Have you wandered in the wilderness, the sagebrush desolation, the bunchgrass levels where the cattle graze? Have you whistled bits of ragtime at the end of all creation and learned to know the desert's little ways? Have you camped upon the foothills? Have you galloped o'er the ranges? Have you roamed the arid sunlands through and through? Have you chummed up with the mesa? Do you know its moods and changes? Then listen to the wild, it's calling you.
Now that we've driven people away.
Yeah, I just told you we were going to go live. Hi, everybody, we're live. And then you start talking.
Yeah, because we're live.
Go on with your bad self. We're live, Tony. Take it away.
It's going to be me now? I thought you had some shtick to do.
Yeah, my shtick is when we come in and say, and we're live. Take it away, Tony. All right, hold on. From the top.
Hey,
and we're live. Go on, Tony.
Thanks, Will.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey,
TMF. Hey, Rigger, what's happening?
We got people in there. We got people in the audience.
Yeah, there's people watching. Yeah.
We got a few of our regulars in there.
I don't usually start this show off with a little anecdote or story. I do the other ones. I always pop in with a little anecdote. I don't usually when I'm hosting.
So, yeah.
I have a little one, if you guys will indulge me.
I think we have to.
Totally.
Right there, you. I'm in my office, and it's in an old office building in Eugene. Recently, they sold the building, though, and a new partner came in, and they are starting to make changes to the building. So they're changing out the carpet, they're painting some stuff. It's all good. I get an email from them that says, "We noticed that you're not on the electronic board in the lobby. Would you like to be?" And I sent
see it coming. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, I sent an email back and I said, well, I don't really use my office for meeting with customers or clients or anything like that. I write, I make videos, I game on the internet. And I'm like, so you can just leave it as anonymous, or you can leave it as occupied, or you can just put my name on it. It doesn't matter. But then I put, if you feel the building has a bit of personality, you can put the sign that's on my door. And just last week, I walked past the electronic sign down in the lobby, and for the first time ever, I see it, and it says, Uncle Tony's Alchemy and Astrophysics.
Nice.
Because that's what it says on my door.
That is awesome. You need to take a picture of that.
Uncle Tony's Alchemy and Astrophysics?
Yeah, the electronic sign and your door.
And my door.
Put it on the Discord.
The great thing about it is the sign is in alphabetical order, and I'm the only U under there, and it's a big long name.
Nice.
Like you need to make some really, by really fancy I mean probably like intentionally look bad business cards and T-shirts, and I want one of each.
Yeah.
Yeah, and start walking around with a like a wizard staff.
Now you see, if your YouTube channel had that name, nobody would get you mixed up with car repair. That's all nobody out there. Nobody would get mixed up at that point.
I don't know, alchemical car repair. I'm curious.
Dude, that's the future. That's the wave of the future.
That's an urban fantasy story prompt. Someone get on that.
Yep. Just need to invent the Philosopher's Stone, and we're off to the races.
So that was my little anecdote for the week. How's everybody doing?
Awesome.
We all still alive.
Yes. Everything considered, doing pretty good.
Yeah. I'm sequestered. We're all sequestered. So let's play a little Western action game here.
Sequestered.
Fuck yeah.
Sequestered.
Sequestern. Wow. TM. Let's get that hashtag going.
Yeah, there you
I'm gonna
go.
go use it right now.
Do it. Unlimited power.
I'm gonna let's introduce the cast. I'm Uncle Tony, obviously, because that's what the name on my door says. But sit next to me, at least going this way on my video, is Will.playa. Usually Will DM. Yeah, you keep doing that.
Yeah.
Looks like you and I are in the same town.
I'm in the bad part of the neighborhood. You're in the more upscale part of town. Hey everybody, how you doing? I am Will.playa, Will.dm, Giant Stomp on what is that? Twitter and Facebook, and I am also the Reverend Cleophas Brown, the most upstanding.
The Reverend Cleophas Brown.
Yes, the upstanding, moralistic, and virtuous Reverend Cleophas Brown. Don't let anybody tell you different.
All right, I'll believe you if you want me to.
All right, cool. That's all that I need.
It strains the credibility, but I'll believe you. And if I look down the road now, I see Grace sitting there in her big hat.
I'm Grace. I'm playing Old Widow McAfee, and yeah, I think you might need to speak up a little there, Reverend. I don't think they heard you in the back.
Well, all right.
Now,
Now, if you want me to go ahead and start speaking up, darling, I'll do that for you.
I knew that was going to happen. Widow McAfee, you finally got around to throwing your pickaxe last week. Made me so happy.
Yes.
Seems to have frazzled the Reverend, though, that it appeared right back in your hand.
Oh, this is true. Yes.
Satan.
Satan's
Satan's up.
That's all we
Satan's up
heard.
in all of y'all.
There's no Satan in the detective. Detective McGinn is a straight, honest Irish flatfoot.
Correct.
Nova
He is
Scotian.
as
Chicago.
straight and narrow as they come.
He's probably the only one out of y'all that I trust.
I got those wine glasses too.
They're these same ones.
Oh, mine are. I've got mine are a little shorter and rounder, but yeah, it's similar style. Stemless.
Dennis asked me, "Do you want the stem or the stemless?" I'm like, "I'm going to be sitting at a computer. Probably should avoid the stem as much as I want to look classy with the stem here, swirling my box wine. I figured stemless was the way to go when I'm sitting next to a couple $1,000s worth of computer equipment."
Amen to that.
And Anson Harrow, you Alex. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, and I definitely share the our Pinkertons proclivity for stemless glasses, just because I am always used to slamming like big old beer mugs, and after like the fifth one, it's like, no, you don't get nice glasses anymore.
Yeah.
So alas, here we are. Yeah, it's Wednesdays with this game. They're my new Fridays. I love them, and this is living my best fictional life, typhoid and all.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? Spanish flu.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Hello to everyone in chat, and we got to steal a train last time, man.
You did.
Like,
Actually, you're still aboard that stolen train.
We still. It's stealing if it was just kind of left there.
That ain't stealing. It's called
It is.
acquisition, son.
Now, I also complimented the Reverend on having like the best outfit, and immediately when I watched the video in playback, Alex rolls his eyes.
He's my favorite, and I'm just like, oh, okay then.
Exactly, as you should, Alex.
Well, I should mention, you look the best. Anson Harrow dresses the best out of all of them.
Oh yeah, to the nines.
But you could go out in that outfit. That's what I mean.
I could go out in this outfit.
Yeah, you could. I wouldn't recommend it, but
I would. Oh, I'd have so much fun. I should do that. I'll get somebody to record it.
It's where I am. It's like, oh look, it's a one of those hipster Californians.
But no, I'll say it this week. You've got the best outfit when it comes to class and sophistication.
Oh, it was just lather that on some.
There you go. There you go. Wanted to make you feel better after I saw your expression last week.
Which is, I think, is
dejected.
Yeah,
Really
right. Just dagger in the heart. Just the last little vestige of my ego just gone.
Not to mention,
I made myself a note to fix it.
This is incredibly easy to put together. It's not like a lot of thought goes into this. Black collar. Got it. Although this is an official priest's shirt. I bought it from
You
an
told me
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat. You thought we were playing Deadlands? No, we are playing. We're playing Runway with.
We're playing dress up.
Yeah, we're playing complement each other and see who we think. It's like hot or not. Was that you that was talking about that last week, Tony? Hot or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing that game.
Mm-hmm.
I've never
Swipe left or right if you think I look enough like a cowboy.
Oh, like that. What? One of these days I'm gonna scan. I've got okay, my little story, and then we can start playing. Okay, so there's a place here in town. Lots of people know of it. It was made incredibly famous by South Park. Casa Bonita. Now, Casa Bonita has in it an Old West picture, where you get dressed up and get the picture taken.
Oh.
And now, being from Denver, right, it's like people would come in from out of state, family, friends, or whatever, and of course, you had to take them to Casa Bonita. And I've had a number of different ones taken there. And the best, of course, is the one that I took, eons ago, back in the 90s, with my brother. I'll scan it, put it on the Discord. I look like a true cowboy in that. Now, granted, I've ridden horses and done all that Western crap too, and so there you go. Not that I enjoyed it or am professional at it in any sorts, but I've done it.
Yeah, you'll notice that he spends his time now sitting in a chair talking on the internet.
You got that shit right.
It's completely indoors.
You get kicked and bit by
Hey,
a
it's Adam.
cantankerous
What's up,
horse
buddy?
too many times.
Yes, it's the whack. It is. I'm not even going to acknowledge him now. I got happy to see him for a second. Then he called it the Wacky Cowboy Show. Weird West. Weird West.
Yep.
I'll take anything we can get.
Hey,
We have
King 808. Hello. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, we have a story going on here where this unlikely group of eclectic characters have come together as a posse, seeking a man by the name of Jacob Waltz. And everywhere you go, you find that he has done something to someone somehow. You went to Tucson, managed to save the sheriff there from a gang that was looking to gun him down on his wedding day. Even after the whole town had turned their back on him. He told you that Waltz had made off with some of the supplies from the livery. A couple of horses, a buckboard. And he headed north to a place called American Flag. So you followed him. Ran into a little bit of trouble along the way, but when you finally got to American Flag, you also found there was another posse had gone after Waltz ahead of you. They were in a pile in the middle of town, just a bunch of dead bodies. You thought the place was deserted. Turns out it was occupied by an illusion of desertion. Everything that looked ramshackle, beat up, and weather torn was actually in pretty good shape. And you found a family of, well, they used to be Apache. They've been kicked out of their tribe. They took you into their confidence for some unknown reason. Told you they had a daughter who was getting ready to be hung in Globe, accused of a crime she didn't commit, but no way to defend her, only rescue her. So you made a deal with these Indians. Some of you are getting gifts. The rest of you saw the path north to Globe, and you managed to take the damn train. Now, we're going to begin as we always do when we talk about our fate coins here, I'm going to give you 2 white coins today and 1 blue one. But remember, you can only keep 10 total of all the colors together. Turn the rest into
white,
whatever.
2 white and 1 blue?
1 blue.
Okay.
Turn them into bounty points or put them aside, whatever you need to do. If you need to make adjustments to your character, let's talk about those now. If you want to up some stats or abilities, or if you want to do other things, here's the time. Because when we begin, you're on a runaway train.
Right. How many fate chips did we just get?
You got 3. You're going to get 3 pretty much
3
every
white.
session.
Right.
No, you got 2 white and 1 blue.
White, 1 blue.
Now,
Out of reds.
I was watching the thing from last week. Reverend, front page of your sheet, there is a thing that says fate coins. If you click on that, it will show you a whole thing of fate coins.
Yes, I see it.
Yeah, you were looking all around for it last week.
And I found it. Okay, so now correct me if I'm wrong. I want to make sure that I get the calculation right.
Oh, yeah,
So if I wanted to raise a skill,
you want to raise a skill,
and it says that I have, let's say, 4 in said skill, I would
Yeah,
have to
you wanna
spend
go to-
5 points to raise it up 1, correct?
yes, you would.
Okay. Oh, what's that? That'd be... Oh, what to raise. Okay, so I'm going to raise
Now-
something. I just don't know what yet.
I will say this. When it goes over 5, you have to pay double.
Okay, I have not gone over 5 yet.
All right, just check it.
Bill Jenke, thank you very much for liking the stream. We appreciate it immensely.
Thank you at home if you're watching the Twitch stream here. You can participate. You can spend some, I don't know, whatever you do to buy a cheer. But if you cheer
bits.
for it,
You cheer
cheer
bits.
I don't know how this works. And we haven't changed the actual things on the page because I can't. But
I have to do that each thing. So
but
don't worry.
for every 1,000 bits we get, I will give each of our heroes here an extra white coin to do with what they will.
We'll give you the sense of pride of knowing you participated.
And we are at this moment only 200 cheers away from such a 1,000 bit mark. I don't know, Bismarck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got it.
So participate
Said windfall.
and help our heroes, or sort of heroes, or anti-heroes.
And if you can't participate with bits, just hang out in the chat and say some fun stuff. Keep us on our toes.
Yeah, we hit some roadblocks every now and then where things slow right the hell down, and we end up checking out the chat. So there you go. Has everybody got a grip on what they're doing?
Yep, I already spent my points and got myself down to 10.
And what did you spend that on? Do I even want to know?
I increased my scrutinize.
Again,
Right.
scrutinize. We've been using the scrutinize for pretty much everything.
And it's like the perception check of the game, the way I see it.
It is. Though I don't think it was intended that way. The book itself says scrutinize is more about reading people. But if you take it that way, you got nothing else to read situations with. So scrutinize. That's what I say.
How much is it going to cost me to add? If I've got a skill that currently has no dice, is it going to cost me? You told me last week it's half of the die type. Is that what it is? No, that's
No. It's 1 to add something new, and 1 to add the first level, and then 1 for every level you want to add past that, or number of die, I should say. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yes. So if I want to say my mad science, I want to increase to 1, just so I can roll it.
It's on your sheet, isn't it?
Yes, but it's at 0.
It's at 0, but you're not adding it to your sheet as something new. You have for some reason come across this before. So it's just one to make it one.
Perfect. That's what I was wondering. So I want to spend one on that, and the only other thing I was thinking might come in handy today was my regular old drive-in skill is currently a 0, so I'm going to bump that up to a 1. I know that may not help me with a train break, but maybe I can...
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I can do something.
Well, wasn't Quick Hands the one that was driving the train? That's the one that
He was doing he was the one who got us started for sure.
Okay.
Let me talk about
He's
the
the most
train.
technically inclined of all of us, if I'm not mistaken.
I put a lot of thought into this train business, just so you know. It's a lot of what I was trying to work on before the show. I have devised a series of tests.
Skill challenge.
They're all thresholds, and they're all very high. There's going to be a series of 5 of them. Only one of you can do each of the first 4. And you got to live with it. There's only one coin that can allow you to re-roll anything, and that's that legendary coin that only the Wit of McAfee has.
Right.
It's up to
Now,
you.
how it's going to go.
Oh, shoot.
Here's my thinking. You are on a train that you just got rolling. You heaved coal into it. You got it fired up. You got the water into it. You got it boiling. You got it moving. I am going to ignore the distance that you're needing to travel to get to globe and assume you're all going to make it in one long stretch. In reality, that wouldn't happen, but it's going to save you guys ending up, 50 miles short. First roll is going to be a comprehension test. And that means, do you understand the machine and its needs? The second will be a situational awareness test. That means, do you understand your own predicament in this world that surrounds you? Third, do you have control
Well,
of the
look
machine?
at there. Says Adam FZ just subscribed. Well, we appreciate that, Adam.
Thank you, Adam. If you
Who is this Adam guy everyone keeps talking about? I've never seen him or heard of him.
I hear he's a varmint. Watch on Friday night, you see him.
this Adam guy.
This Adam feller.
If you have a modicum of control, we will see if you have the composure then to act under pressure. So, those are the 4 tests, one of you for each of these tests. And we'll see which way it goes. But you're going to have to basically succeed more than you fail, which brings me to the very last test, which is luck. You can roll twice for luck, like you're rolling with advantage, and try to beat the target number. Again, that impossible level. Or you can draw cards, 1 card each against the balladeer. And we'll see how you do.
Okay.
So that's how we're going to throw it down.
So what's the first check?
First check is
Well,
comprehension.
hold on a
You
second
are-
here, Balladeer.
Yeah. Hit me
All
up.
this talk of train riding and what have you, and all I'm hearing is a twang, twang, twang. You got any choo-choo train sound effects back there, fella?
Well, here's what I was going to show you first, is kind of put you in the situation that you're in. When I say comprehension, I mean you have to comprehend the train systems themselves.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going. Okay.
So,
Choo.
if you're not paying attention,
Holy shit. Oh, that's
What you
real,
see-
people. That's real.
what you see in front of you are the actual controls for a vintage locomotive, the style of which you are driving.
Yeah, there ain't much driving going to be happening here.
I look at all of this and I go, Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
There are, I believe, 6 pedals that I could count.
Oh my god.
That is some wrought iron spaghetti.
several valves and dozens of valves, a couple of levers. You stare at that at your own time. I couldn't make heads or tails nor of it.
But thank God we don't have to ride horses. Instead, we'll just fucking die.
Now, I should mention to you, I have set up these 5 tasks. One of them is luck. That's sort of going to be the tiebreaker if it comes down to that. The other 4, you're each going to roll on separately and try to get more successes than failures. If you succeed, this train will cruise to a slow and easy stop.
Outside of town, right?
Probably. We'll figure out how far from town, but it'll be close.
Excellent.
If you fail, this train is going to crash. Now,
Fear not. The Lord is on our side. I've been talking with him already.
crashing the train will cause damage to each of you, which you will have to decide how to deal with at the time, but also to your horses and or mule, which you have loaded onto the train.
Yeah,
I got some train sounds going. You happy with that?
Yep, I am. Thank you, Balladeer.
So, who's going to try to step up and
I got
throw
it. Right here. What you need?
It's a comprehension test. What do you feel is good for
Well, wait a minute.
comprehension?
Is that the one? Was I the one that's supposed to be comprehended?
Well, this is why
there's also going to be one where we need to have some situational awareness, and you have a bonus
I do.
to your cognition, right?
I think I should roll that one.
Yeah, so I was thinking one of us, all of us being woefully underprepared for trying to manage assessing this.
I will remind you, you have white chips, white coins that you can use to add dice to these rolls, but you cannot re-roll them once you have done so.
Okay.
So spend them beforehand.
Spend them if you're going to spend them, but you're going to have to live with the result.
The for the cognition, that would be under.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Whoever's going to roll it, what do you feel is a good?
For understanding something that is so untowardly complex, I would gain to smarts.
Or knowledge, if you have some sort of relevant knowledge base.
Well,
Which we discovered last week none of us do.
and unless I can use streetwise, or I can just ridicule this thing into obeying, I do. I believe that is one of my highest.
For
points
the
back
nature of this test, I will let you go straight up smarts.
Fantastic. All right.
So you can just roll if you have more dice than just your basic attribute than any of the others.
I've got
Okay.
tinkering.
I do have a pretty high search, but not. I don't know. About
You're gonna have to roll one of them, Widow McAfee. Each
Yeah.
of you can only roll one, so choose wisely. And by the way, I spent a lot of time coming up with this one.
Remind us one more time what all four of them are. We remember the
Comprehension.
cognition?
Right.
Yeah, comprehension of the systems, situational awareness around you, control of the machine, and the composure to act.
I have a feeling, Widow, you might be good at the composure. I can't see your sheet, but that sounds like something that's up your alley.
It goes boom,
in terms
she
of
can't
being
hear it.
cool under fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something I might also be okay with.
Because you're a bit of a quick draw McGraw, so if you having your hands on the controls might be the, at least to me, is the most sensible.
Perhaps my nimbleness might come in handy, yeah.
I am willing to put your best dice against it. So whatever you can justify as a skill to defeat it, you go for it.
All right. Well, I know I'm not going to be the one for the smarts roll. If it were cognition, I could go up against, like, it would be a tie if the preacher didn't have that solid guaranteed bonus on cognition. I would go up against him on that one, but I think he's the best bet because of that +2. So I'll do one of the later checks, but I don't think smarts I'm going to be able to help with here.
No, I'll spend a white chip to get an extra die for my smarts roll.
And you want to do,
I think straight up smarts for the cognition of the apparatus.
now,
King, we appreciate you following this.
hey, we got another follow. That's awesome. We're putting on a little Western here show, so we appreciate it, partner.
Man, I really wish that we could put on some like an 808 drum sample so King 808 could hear that, because the fact that that's your name and you haven't heard it, I'll join the Discord and we'll talk about drum samples. Because I want any opportunity to talk about hip hop and music production. Let's hang out. Just start learning guitar. We'll talk about music.
I'll throw down some bars if you guys give me a beat.
Oh God.
Oh yes, that is a promise that I am going to hold you to.
We got to stream that too.
Yeah, baby. Okay. So, the first one is comprehension.
And it looks like Anson Harrow's going to roll his smarts against that. Now, again,
he's throwing a white against it.
Yeah. All right. That is nimbleness. That is not. There we go. I can't look.
there's a little lag because
It's like the drum roll.
yeah, drama is good. Roll 20 knows what it's doing.
Yeah.
Roll 20 if you'd like to be a sponsor.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound as good as when Adam does it.
Or does roll 20?
Try it again. Try it again.
Huh?
See what happens.
Okay.
so-
Can I take the
Those
second
both-
one?
They're both pretty good.
Yeah.
Only one of them makes it, though.
We're going to go with the second one.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it got eaten by the ether until the second roll happened.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Hang on, let me look at this.
Make sure it rolled all the proper amount.
That's what I'm trying to look at. So you're rolling 4 dice here. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you this one. I'm going to let you use the second roll because that one had an 11, 11, and a 13. So that one was certainly a win. But I'm not going to be generous again. That's it. Anson Harrow, you can figure out what you're doing. You're turning some gauges, you're moving a lever, you step on one of the things, you step on the other one, yeah, all right, you got this. Reverend, a little situational awareness out of you. Now, what situational awareness is, you're looking at the track, you're looking at the landscape, the features, you're looking ahead to see if the switching is correct or if you're gonna go shooting off onto a spur. You're looking around you to see, are you being boarded by bandits or Indians or anything of the sort?
So I'm using this here, scrutinize. That's what I'm going to be using, right?
And you're keen, so you're gonna add
I
a
get
couple
+2
dice.
to the highest one.
That's right.
Here we go. There you go. 24.
Whoa.
It's
Don't get
almost
past the Reverend.
it's almost unfair.
I can see the angels.
Of course I can, son.
That leaves you with 2 successes. Because I was too generous at first, because could be 1 and 1 going into this one. But you've got situational awareness. Reverend, I'll tell you this. On a high rise, a hill, cliffside that the train is passing by, you see a whole band of Indians watching you.
I'll wave to him. Howdy, y'all.
They're not making a move for the train. They just haven't seen one on this track in a couple of years, and they can tell it's running a little hot.
I'll point it out to everybody. I don't think those engines up there are from the ones that we're helping out in that city behind us there. They look Apache to you?
I'm not intimately familiar with the different tribes, unfortunately. They look like people. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you're a city fella. I don't expect you to understand too much. It's all right.
Pankerton, you think you can get control of this here contraption?
Spend some dice, son. You're gonna need it.
Okay, so what kind of roll can I make here?
Oh,
Nimbleness. I might make an argument for. Nimbleness. What else could I put towards this? I might also. What else do I have? I've got. What is this skill here? The one with animal wrangling. How do you say that?
Wrangling.
Mine? Is that what that is?
Yeah. That's your presence, essentially. Your
aura, son.
Sort of. Yeah.
Can I just like intimidate this fucking train? just through force of sheer will, figure out how to stop this train.
You know what they say, son. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I find the nimbleness to be a better argument.
I just have double the dice in the mine, so
I
I need to at least make the argument.
The reason you have a more of a numbers in mind is because you have authority. You carry authority with you. You know.
So
now this train doesn't care.
The only other thing I might make an argument for is I know we've already had a cognition roll, but I might also argue that I could use my cognition in this situation to try and sort of take stock of what I have and what's around me and try and put that to task to try and accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish.
I still like your nimbleness.
Spin the ship.
Hang on, Dylan.
The Widow's got an idea.
Yeah, so do you think that you'd probably, with mine, be able to do the composure roll, and I could do the strength roll for the control of the train?
Yeah, that would be way better.
Yeah.
So what do you want to use for control?
So I've got a strength, and then I was thinking about throwing a fate chip with it to do a 4d10.
4d10.
Yeah.
I love this idea.
Throw your shoulder into a particularly difficult lever.
Well, that might just be what she needs to do. I mean, this is a mechanical creature.
Oh, I'm serious.
Not the first time I've thrown myself into a support.
She's freakishly strong from swinging around that pickaxe.
That's the other thing you need to understand is she's.
Hang on, no, it only do the 3 dice though. How did you make it do the 4 dice still, or should I just
roll a d10?
You roll one more d10.
Okay.
You got this.
I don't
You better
explode.
get a 10.
Make sure it explodes.
That's not what we're looking for, Widow.
Not what we're looking for.
Oh no.
Hang on though. So
no hang-ons.
Fair enough.
You have one recourse.
Your legendary.
You only have one recourse.
Yep.
If you want to spend your legendary coin that you earned for destroying the Dust Devil, you can re-roll this one.
I feel like I have to. It was a terrible roll.
Depends how much you like your mule.
Now, mind you, you don't actually have to. You can lose this one and still come out with more successes than failures, provided that either McGinn has enough composure to act, or you've got enough luck to pull it off.
Don't put our chances in the hands of an Irishman.
I may be a Mick, but you're a fucking asshole.
I feel like it's gonna come into handy, like you were saying, because if we fail one, it's not like the end of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, but
you
it
just
puts
have to
us
have more
mighty close to it. Can't
See,
spend
this
the
is-
legendary chip in
Fine,
heaven.
fine. I'll spend it. I'll spend it.
Oh, you don't let him talk you into stuff.
All right.
All right.
So how did you make it roll the extra dice for?
You
Should I just do that?
you could just put a different number in there. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Jesus.
that ain't gonna do it.
Nope.
And get
Not
rid of
gonna
your
do it,
legendary
not gonna
coin.
do it.
No.
Yeah, you need to spend a whole heap of bunch of them chips of yours, Irishman. Come on now.
Irishman, it is going to be up to you. Do you have the composure for
I
it?
cross myself and I look at the preacher and say, "Don't fucking say anything." And then I'm gonna spend 2 fate chips to turn this up to 60-10.
60,
It's one fate chip per extra die.
per extra
So-
die.
All right. God willing, the creek don't rise. Here we go. Nope.
Wait a minute. Why are you rolling your mind? I thought we had talked about. Oh, that's for your composure.
For the composure.
Yeah, that's
Still
right.
not good enough either way.
But that works better for that. It's a lot of 7s in that one.
Yeah. Lots of them.
Well, that's a shame. Because now
Comes down to dumb luck.
Oh, jeez.
let me ask you: do you want to roll for it with advantage? You get to roll twice to try to hit the target number, or you can just draw against the balladeer
Out of a deck of cards?
out of a deck of cards.
Oh, hell no, son.
Oh, I feel good about beating the dealer on this one. I don't know why.
It's on your head if we go that route. That's all I'm going to say.
And
He feels good about it because he's been playing with me for like a year, and he knows how bad I am at this.
well, as a huckster, I feel kind of obliged. It'd be rude not to.
Fair enough.
Oh,
But
the
actually-
widow is the. I mean, whichever way you go, we're gonna have to decide one way or the other.
Let's
But-
do cards. Yeah.
Okay.
Do the
That's
cards.
the majority.
How do we?
I shouldn't have been the first one to speak up, though. I probably should have waited. Because now the preacher's never gonna let me live it down.
I ain't going to let you live it down no way, son.
We're all probably gonna die in the next 20 minutes anyway. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
All right, now
I don't know
this
about
is
y'all, but the Lord's on my side.
this is going to be between just me and the huckster, but I believe when I do it, I'm going to end up dealing everybody a card.
That's okay. Then you
But
can always
just
recall
me
it.
and the huckster.
Oh, shit. Yes. Okay.
We're
Proceed.
good.
Yeah. No, I remember the thing. Go. No, it's all good. We're all good. Proceed. Draw.
Man, I can't.
And it's
Close
just
that
it's
out.
with the draw from the action deck. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I can do it just 1 to me and 1 to you. Okay. And you should have a card there next to you,
Okay.
and you should be able to drag it out onto the thing.
Oh yeah.
We are the 8, I take it.
I am the queen, and you are the 8.
Oh, this can't be.
It was a series of 5 tests. They were meant to display whether or not you had control over the train, whether you could bring it in nice and easy to a stop. Hey, wait for it. Wait for it.
Well. Yeah. Horse burgers for dinner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the train has come to a stop, but you have crashed through the barricade at the end of the line. You have tumbled over onto the dirt. You are thrown about either the cabin or off the train entirely. Each of you need to roll 4d6 for damage.
Now, can I spend some of my tokens on this?
You
Where
could
it
soak the damage
should have been
after.
spent on something else earlier on instead of taking a card pick. All right, so if I spend for every chip I spend, how many of these points can I take off?
Why don't you roll the 4d6 first and find out how much damage you took?
All right, I didn't realize if you were going to make me do it up front.
But then you could
Holy
soak
17, Widow. 13, Wolf, 14. All right, let's see if the good Lord is on the river.
He's gonna get like a 4.
14.
No.
Oh wait, hold on one second.
Yeah, one of those is exploding.
No, I just double checked. It didn't explode. It wasn't
That
set
you
for
did
that.
too.
It just turned to green
No.
because I got the top number. It didn't give me an extra. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basic arithmetic. They're bound.
Yeah, but you rolled a 6.
Yeah, you said roll 4d6.
Oh, all right, whatever. I thought we were exploding them.
Do you want me
Oh,
to
yeah.
explode them? Hold on, I'll re-roll it. I didn't have the explosion on.
That's what I meant.
Oh, all right, hold on. 4
But
d6.
nope.
What?
Well, nobody else got a 6, so you're the only one that exploded.
But I didn't explode. It didn't explode down here.
It didn't explode.
No, I don't have exploding on. You want me
Just
to
roll the d6 one more time.
All right, I'm trying to get across to the
battle.
Balladeer here. He seems to be having a problem with some arithmetic. Okay, here it goes. God bless you all. 18!
That's
It
what I was
is-
hoping for.
2 wounds for everybody except the Reverend, who takes 3.
The hell I do, son. The hell I do. I got chips coming out here. I'm spending them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and soak some too. What? It's a die for each chip to soak.
A white for each chip, but I believe
Yeah.
the blue does 2 and the red does 3. If you're just looking to spend 1
I
chip.
think it's the other way around.
Is it? God
Yeah.
damn it.
Red does 2, blue
Yeah,
does
red's
3.
2, blue
I'm
is 3.
spending the blue. I ain't taking no because of you and your so-and-so
Yeah. Fuck it, I'm spending a blue
draw
too.
card.
I'll just do 1 red.
I'll do 1 red as well.
Now do I have to roll a separate roll to see how bad my horse is all jambalaya up in there?
Hey,
Yeah,
I soaked all of it.
for each of you, same thing, 4d6 for your animal.
All right, here we go.
Probably should have maybe saved a few of those for my animal.
9.
What?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Good
Well, at
news
least
is
God loves your horse, preacher.
Yeah.
your animals are larger than you, mostly. So each of them is only going to take 1 wound.
Okay.
What's
except
that?
for-
Now, what's that calculate out in game mechanics?
What do you mean in game mechanics? 1 wound for your animal?
Yeah, like, does that mean I can't ride them hard or what?
Well, I was going to say roll that d20 and see where that wound ended
All
up.
right, let's see.
You may have to seek some healing or some therapy for your...
7. What's, oh,
Oh, dear.
Oh, 4. That's going to be a leg, isn't it?
quick
It is
answer.
gonna be a leg.
Would you be a darling and put that link up in the chat again for...
Yes, I will.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Combat
good
cheat
idea.
sheet. And you should probably get that pinned sometime somewhere.
I know, I keep meaning to do it, but
Mm-hmm.
I only think about it while we're playing.
Oh, so people can follow along on the pain train. All right. Let's see here. 1 to 4 is legs.
I
And
got
well,
an
guess-
injured horse here.
I got
What-
Now,
what-
it's got 1 wound, which is... It means it's just a little lame. It's limping. But it's rideable.
4 horse.
Now, mind you, you have only been keeping pace with the mule anyway, so that's about what you'll do now. Is you'll be
Okay.
able to keep
Mine got the guts.
Oh, Jesus.
what was yours? Yours was
Ruptured spleen or something.
7. That was just 1 wound. That's fine.
Was it odd is left and even is right? Is that right?
I think that's how it goes. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Mine was the guts too. So what was that?
So,
Which I got to look at these rolls again. Was that a 17 for you, Grace?
Yes.
What was why'd you roll a d20?
that was for location.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, I only needed one. Wait a minute. Let's see. No, I suppose each of your horses and mules. So 17's the guts, 15's the guts, but it's all just one wound.
Okay.
Except for the mule, which is 2. Sorry, the mule's got 2 because it's size 7.
Totally.
Guys, figure that out. I'm gonna get a little bit of whiskey. Maybe a little bit more wine. Who knows?
So guts has. Ouch.
All right.
Oh, that's how it works. Oh, the sheet is so intuitive now.
Yes, you can click right on there for one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right on the sheet, so it's very cool.
I guess it goes to show that the last computer or last browser I was using, probably because it was more like mobile based, was just not agreeable whatsoever. So this is an upgrade.
I'll bring up my horse.
And by the way, you can name your horses, and I'd like to thank the Widow McAfee for naming her mule.
You're welcome.
That made me laugh like hell.
In the
I'll
Reverend's,
call my horse Molly Malone.
in the Reverend's experience, horses don't seem to last very long around them. Not
you're
worth
just gonna make
naming.
You're gonna call it horse?
Its name is horse as far as the Reverend's concerned. Horse with guts a-flowing or something, I guess now, since I got it in a train wreck.
I thought I gave you more than a fair chance at it.
You did, but they chose poorly.
What are we getting to the next one?
So as we're going through and getting our horses and what have you, I want to catch a moment to get the Irishman.
Take a minute by
By
your
itself.
record. You're gonna have to, refocus your efforts here. What would you like to say to him?
Irishman, I know we ain't done a bunch of talking. I mean, we did a little bit of lip service to it, but 'tweren't nothing real about going after this here Waltz fella. Now, you say that you're doing it just for the Pinkerton job and getting a payola or something like that. Which I can respect if you're going to stick to that as your reason for it. I myself have got my own reasons for going up there, but I'm going to tell you straight out, and I don't want to interfere with the way that you're planning on doing your job. I'm planning on helping that feller to see his spirit into the great beyond. Now I know I said I had a message to give him, and I do, but I got other things to give him as well when I catch up to him, which is a bunch of lead.
Take
Now
it
I
the
wanna-
message that you intend to give him is written on a bullet then, Father.
Yeah. But I want to make sure that I'm not getting in your way. I'd hate for us to come to button heads when it comes down to shooting time.
And here's a question for the balladeer.
Yeah.
Am I charged with bringing this man in alive?
You know, considering what he has done, his life is pretty much forfeit if you find him. But he also stole quite a bit, and that's what they want recovered.
Now, I'll be honest with you, Father, I already have a deal with Hanson.
Who?
The
Quick hands, you.
Oh, quick hands. All right.
Whichever
Yeah.
one of you takes him down, it's fine by me. I don't particularly care. And if it's me, then you'll have to live with that. But all I care about is retrieving what he's taken. If I can do that, then you can do whatever the fuck you want with him.
Excellent. Well, let's just say it. All right. Fair enough. Now that we got that business out of the way, you mind telling me what the hell that sheriff told you on that piece of paper?
Jeez.
You're a fucking keen eye, aren't you, father?
Yep. That I am.
Jesus.
That I am.
Just keep your eye on Anson Harrow.
Why?
Quick hands.
Yeah.
As you call him.
Quick hands. Yeah.
Keep your eye on him. And,
Oh, is he wanted too? Is he a desperado?
I don't know what he is, but I know he's not trusted.
Oh, he's not trusted, huh? Interesting.
Never.
Between me and you, Irishman, don't worry. We'll get it taken care of.
I don't particularly trust you either, father. I've got to be honest with you.
It's understandable.
Seems that each one of us has our own machinations here.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll come clean with you. This Waltz feller, he hurt somebody very special to me.
I'm afraid to tell you, father, he's done that to a lot of people.
Exactly, but I'm the one hunting him, ain't I?
Well, you're in good company.
Yep. All right.
Fortunately, you're in mostly dead company, but you're in good company.
Yep. All right. Well, good talking to you, Irishman.
I wish I could say the same, father.
I know. I tend to intimidate those heathens and satanic folk, but you ain't got the devil up in you.
You can smell it, can you?
Leastways, not that I can smell. Not like the whale or that quick hands.
The only thing you're really smelling is a pretty rank set of BO.
And a little bit of aftershave.
It's just, whew.
I was gonna say, wasn't he the one ranking up a storm not two episodes back?
The Reverend hasn't bathed since, so anything, when you get within a few feet, you start to get the sensation of it.
Wearing all black. although now that we're outside, pop, he pops out his parasol.
Good thing that made it through the wreck.
Hell yeah, made it through the wreck. So, after that's all done, you let me know when I can catch Quick Hands by himself as well. You ain't got a string right now.
I wasn't. I just rolled a d20 to find out how far from town you are. I'm going to call it 9 miles.
Oh.
So it's an hour or two, depending on how you walk the horses or ride them slow. But
at least there's a good chance that they didn't hear us crash this train 9 miles from here. Well, is this mostly clear country, or are we out in the middle of like this wooded sort of forest?
No, it's more desert. It's not a high desert. You get a lot of brush and scrub and stuff,
But it's windy.
It's windy.
That's to our advantage. All right,
And
Reverend's gonna get upon his horse.
you'll see the few Apache that followed you from the cliffside. They're still up there laughing their asses off.
I'll wave at him again. Yeah.
Parasol, it's true.
So what's the plan when we get into town, y'all?
There you go.
I have one plan in mind. What time of day is it?
Boy, what time did you leave? You left at like 3 in the afternoon. So you should be coming down to probably 7 or 8. The sun will be setting here soon.
Perfect.
By the time you reach Globe.
Perfect. Now what
I've got you on the map.
Where are we at? Oh, there.
I'll put that train a little bit closer to Globe.
There it is.
I have a question.
Oh, absolutely.
Is the tank and more or less everything in the engine more or less still intact?
Yeah, fairly. There's some leaks and stuff, but
So if we were to say, let the pressure build as we make our merry way, because it is flat country and it's getting towards nighttime, so a big old kabang.
Yeah. Why don't you chuck back open one of those Doomahakers?
Yeah, don't let the Reverend do it.
Well, but chuck back a Doomhacker like you do, or what exactly are you implying?
I think it means like you do.
Oh, the you do the voodoo.
The voodoo that you do so well.
Well, and here I was thinking we just let the pressure build and it's a ticking time bomb. But sure, I guess I can try and blow it to smithereens.
I don't even
Not
know
particularly in favor of the idea, but
I don't even know how to figure this out. But
And it's because the whole thing was to with at least with like the checks we made is to know when and how to keep things out of the red.
Right.
Just to close valves and just keep pressure building.
You'd also have to keep the fire lit. But
Fair, all right.
I mean, we could try.
It was an idea. Not a very good one, but that is my forte. So,
perhaps we think one step further than just the explosion. What next? We have someone to rescue. What do we do?
oh, we're obviously not going to be taking the train back.
Well, I got a good idea for distraction.
Ooh, we love good ideas.
And Anson will look directly at the Reverend. Oh, I have one too.
Excellent. What's your idea of a distraction?
Oh, you have such a way with people, Reverend.
I do.
And I have a
Thank
way.
you for noticing, Quick Hands. I appreciate it.
Of course, I have an eye for talent. But seeing as how you and your talent with people and your deep masculine baritone voice and your way of speaking with folk, you come into town, the mysterious stranger with God on his side, and I know I, at the very least, am very good at being sly to folk, doing things they don't, I want to do, they might not want me to, and not being seen, as I think you might know. Some of you make a hullabaloo. Perhaps, the spittle and spat that I say that you and the widow, since you two have a way of making a scene wherever you go together.
He looks at the widow.
You just be yourselves. You be yourselves in town.
That's what whatever the hell you said, man.
All right. Do you understand the meaning of a ruckus?
That I do, son. I was planning on doing that anyway.
Excellent. You and the widow be yourselves.
Now here's the thing.
Pinky Dink and I can bust the lady out.
Here's the thing.
Can't say I particularly like that nickname, but okay.
There's one problem I see with this. Now,
Just one?
yeah, no offense, widow, but she's about as slow as molasses on a January morning.
I'm not fucking slamming across the face.
There it goes again. She's getting good at that, Reverend.
Hey, anyway,
Doesn't matter quick to me.
it'd probably be best if she was with y'all, and I just go and make the ruckus. You never know how many folk you're going to need to get overwhelmed, so to speak. And I know you're in league with Satan and you've got him helping you, but that don't mean it's going to be enough. So I think all of y'all just need to go and you do the springing and when my commotion starts.
No offense, but I was thinking that perhaps I could try and get in there quietly. And sorry, Mom, but you're not particularly quiet.
I'm going
Or
to talk
sneaky.
to him before any of you guys get to him.
Dude,
I've been on this fucking train for this goddamn long. I'm going to find where that goddamn gold is, and that don't affect none of you.
But perhaps I'm speaking circularly here. We are trying to save this young woman first, right?
Yeah,
Before we
yeah,
go
yeah.
hunting
Yep.
Correct.
Oh fuck! I forgot.
Jacob Wolf.
Yeah,
No,
See, this is another good reason why the widow needs to stay with y'all so you can keep her on the straight and narrow path here. Because she's liable to forget halfway through the ruckus while we're ruckusing.
Yeah.
You know
I know
what
we
I'm
all
saying?
have a singular vision about this Jacob Waltz, but I would like to save this young woman.
Yeah.
What's
as would I.
odd here is that 3 of you are chasing Waltz because he has wronged people, but one of you is chasing Waltz because he gave you the gold fever.
Yeah.
Right.
I can respect
And
that.
it's that one who is completely forgetting about rescuing the squad.
Right.
So we get to town. Y'all split off, go hide out by the sheriff's ass. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna cause a ruckus. You'll know when the ruckus is caused because you'll hear the ruckus, and then you go in and take care of what you got to do. Now, while I'm out getting ready to ruckus it up, y'all can just snoop around and figure out how you're gonna do what you need to do. Then what we gotta do is we all know where we gotta drop the squaw off, right? They said outside of town around that ways.
Yeah, just get her out of town.
We'll all meet there. That's right, hashtag ruckus.
Bring the motherfucking ruckus.
Boy. So there you
Bring
go.
the motherfucking ruckus.
Sound like a plan? Simple.
Sounds like a Wu-Tang plan.
Oh,
I can't work under these conditions.
oh no, that was too good. That was too good. Right on top
Out of
of
that
it.
one.
Well done.
I will assume that you've tried to do your planning as you're riding towards the city or the town globe. Reverend, did you speak with the Anson?
Didn't really have a chance to do it to him.
You want to
Speak
find a
with-
moment here before you get to the city, or you want to wait until after?
Do it to me, Reverend.
Well, I guess for what we do is as we're riding along, I'll kind of like
You can drop back.
I'll pull up next to the quick hands and I'll give them a nod and then a nod and then I'll slow the pace of my horse a little bit. Let the widow and Irishman get up a spell from us.
Wouldn't matter how far the widow is from you.
Yeah, she ain't gonna hear nothing. It's the Irishman I'm worried about. Hey, quick hands. Now, I know you're going after this Walls fella for. Well, you got your own reasons, and well, I've got my reasons. And I need to come clean with you. And I know what I said. I had a message to deliver. Well, I'm also going to help his spirit on to the next world. So, I wanted to make sure that we didn't butt heads when it comes time to take care of the business when it comes to Walls.
Well, as long as I can take back what he took from me, then I see no reason for us to have a quarrel, Reverend.
If that's all it is, then I'll make sure whatever he's got of yours, you can get back. I'll give you my word.
I think we're in plenty of agreement.
Excellent.
It's not every day I get to take confessional from a man of the Lord, so
That's true.
thank you for the trust.
Even though you got Satan in you. I mean, is there anything else you want to tell me about that? I mean, here's the opportunity to tell me.
Oh, well, I wear this tailcoat to hide my my pointed tail. I wear this to hide my horns. You know how it is.
Yeah, I think that's what they call sarcasm. But anyway, something else for you to maybe know. When we was
I'm all
back
ears.
in, where was that place? Tucson. Yeah. Remember the sheriff there? Yeah. He sure
Yeah, was
didn't
that-
know you some kind of way.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, so
I didn't
much
realize I was so famous.
So much so that he passed a little secret note to the Irishman about you.
Oh,
Now, what do you think that note said?
well, I can't remember. Was the sheriff married?
Yep.
The sheriff had just gotten married that very day.
Yeah.
Well, Indiscretions being what they is, who knows?
Anson, I will clear this up for you. You did not know the sheriff or his wife, his name. None of that sounded familiar to you. And you cannot imagine why you would be known to him this far out of your own territory, you know.
And I'm playing it off.
just being clear.
Oh yeah, no, this place is nowhere near cosmopolitan enough for my skin. So but I'm going to play it off as best I can. So
yeah. Got no idea why they'd be passing notes about you. I'm sure
well,
it isn't about your beautiful eyes.
Oh, well, you finally noticed. Finally, someone of, well, I guess, fine culture and good taste around this bunch. But, well, who knows what kind of nefarious circles a man like him might have been in. You know, all manner of corruption deep-seated within the system that is this United States.
Starting to talk too quick. Obviously, you got something you're trying to hide. That's all right. You don't have to tell me. It's fine.
Oh, well, you want to find my biggest secret, Reverend? I'm a devil.
Well, that's not a secret, son. I know that.
Well, I have nothing left to hide then, don't I?
Well, everybody's got secrets. All right, if you don't want to tell me, that's fine. I just figured I'd do the right thing by letting you know. Now, remember that. I just did you a solid.
Blessed be, Reverend.
Yeah.
As the sun
and all that stuff.
Yeah. As the sun continues its path across the southern sky, it'll start to set and turn into that nice pinkish sort of time of day. High above you, you will see an eagle, just kind of circling around, taking in your progress. You're moving to the northeast, so you are coming into Globe from the southwest road.
Okay.
You could take a look at the town.
Over here?
Yeah, you're down there, coming in from that road anyway. You know.
Oh, you got a cul-de-sac.
They do call it Globe for a reason. They built the town in a circle facing the square, and in the center of the square, they built themselves a gallows.
That's right.
They take their law and order seriously in this town. As a benefit to you as characters and players, you can zoom in on the sheriff's office, or the marshal's office, I should say. They don't have a sheriff here.
Marshal?
Is that this one right here? Oh, that's a saloon.
It'd be the one you can see inside.
Ah, I see it.
Oh.
The marshal is standing watch outside. Inside, he has one of his deputies, and around the back on the side of the building, he has another one of his deputies. You may not be able to see her, but you can assume that she, Mourning Dove, is in the jail cell inside the sheriff's department. There, yes. The town has a saloon. Got a saloon with a barkeep, poker game, a couple of ladies of the evening. There's maybe a dozen or 18 locals that live here. They got a mayor who runs the local livery, usually takes charge of the gallows. And they got a Sawbones, in case you find yourself in need. You could tell all that by the shingles that are hanging around town. You could take it all in. It seems pretty peaceful, pretty quiet.
Well, I'll go ahead and take my horse up to the saloon. Tired off and go. Why don't you all go ahead and go over and snoop around the sheriff's office, and I guess you could meet back here.
The widow, the giant widow.
Oh, right. I forgot to drag myself out there, didn't I?
We don't need tokens at this point, but if you want to keep track of where you are in town, that'd be a good idea.
Might as well, yeah. Now, just so I understand the plan, we discussed the preacher is going to go make a ruckus.
Yeah.
And that's the plan, right?
And the preacher, speaking of ruckuses, you might notice that there's an actual proper church in this town.
Well, I know I intend on going up in there.
All right, then.
House of the Lord.
You're the damnedest preacher I ever seen, but yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'd split off from the group to the east end of town here.
Make yourself smaller there.
Yeah, just find a place where I can not be in direct sight, but just see if I what kind of marshal is it running this town?
You don't know him. His but you pick up his name is Amberson, Marshall Amberson.
Gotcha.
He seems like he dresses well, but he's armed, serious.
Now he's okay. But I don't know anything about this guy. All right. Maybe I'll just ask around town and see if I can find somebody who'd just be unassuming, just sort of throw out the question of see if I can find out a little information about what brings him to this town, why he's the one sort of defending this little middle of nowhere town.
You'll yeah, like I said, there's a dozen, 18 locals you can bump into just here and there. You could head over to the saloon with the rest, where there's definitely some people.
I'm gonna keep off and just sort of explore the town and wait for shit to go down. You're one of us is gonna need to be not seen with the rest to be able to get in and deal with this girl. She's locked up in a cell. One of us need to be able to sneak into this place. So I'm gonna keep my distance from the rest of the group.
Fair enough. You can do your reconnoiter around town and ask your questions. You are going to stand out, though. Anybody who's a local is going to know you're here. You know, you're not from around here. As for the rest of you, Reverend, you're heading into the saloon. Witta, are you joining him? What are you thinking?
Nah, if that's where he's making the ruckus, I ain't joining it.
So like I get off my horse and I look around and the Witta's starting to, like, I don't know, thinking about going in there. Ain't you all supposed to be going over and
I'm thinking about taking a nap in these woods, frankly.
Where's the Irishman and Quick Hands?
You don't see the Irishman right away, but I think Quick Hands is right there with you. Are you going into the saloon there, Hera?
I think, So, around the square, we've got the church and the bank, yes?
Actually,
I'm presuming this is a bank here?
That is actually the Sawbones house.
Okay.
That's his private residence. The bank is this one over here. The general store is this one over here. And this is a storehouse where they keep the goods that come into town.
Okay.
This is the mayor's house up here, and the mayor's outside.
And Pinkerton is going over and carousing with the local law. I think I'm going to make my way over to the bank for no nefarious purpose whatsoever.
Well, so much for that plan. Well, I'm going to continue on with what I was thinking about doing.
You said you were going to make a ruckus.
Well, yeah, but y'all supposed to be over. Never mind. Don't matter. I ain't there. I'm in the saloon doing what I was going to start off doing.
You know, Reverend, it's, I knew that somehow it would be the saloon would be your first stop. It's, seems regular, but you see, there's a There's a fella standing out in front of the saloon here.
Yep.
He recognizes you.
Oh, does it now?
He's like, hey,
Do I recognize him?
I know you. It's like, I don't know your name, but
I
know
go
your
stepping up
face,
to him right
stranger.
quick. Now the next words come up out of your mouth. You should think about them. Matter of fact, anything you talk about me with anyone, anywhere, anytime, you should really think about that, son.
No.
Yeah.
I never forget a face. Especially when they done me wrong.
Oh, you saying I did you wrong?
You saying you didn't?
You see this here collar? I'm a man of the Lord.
You ain't no more a man of the Lord than I am a schoolgirl.
Where's everybody else? They already wandered off.
Oh, I mean,
Where's the widow?
I think I made it clear where I was going. I was going to go take
She's
a
gonna.
nap.
Okay, so she's
I mean,
taking
it's
off
like
towards the
7. I
woods.
think it's time to take a nap.
And
Make myself camp.
Quick Hands is going towards the bank, and the Irishman's already left, so I'm just there by myself, right?
you said you'd been making a ruckus all on your lonesome.
Yeah. Okay, I was just making sure. Just making sure.
I'm going to take you and actually move you over here into
Fair
taking a nap. There you go.
All right.
It's just so when I look around, I don't see anybody in the immediate vicinity of you, Reverend.
And
Okay, so it's just me. I just wanted to make sure. And
And hang on 1 second before this continues. I would like to say that I'm not taking a nap. I'm getting them the horses like ready and stuff, and waiting for them to come barreling out of the here.
nice. Okay, cool.
That's what I'm doing.
Fair enough. That works.
Yeah.
Who do you think I am?
I was working a payroll guard in eastern Oklahoma when I got stuck up by a man like you, and he starts to reach into his jacket.
Well, I've got the cross hanging from my neck, and it's looped around and got right there. I'm just gonna grab that cross. I'm just gonna start beating that shit out of him. Just bam, bam, bam.
Since this is between you and this man Dunworthy, what was that now?
Nothing. Space age
No one's on fire?
technology.
Clear the list. Okay.
got something juicy on the Reverend, though we don't. But I knew. Knowing it when he was just saying, "Oh yeah, John something rather numbers," and then the Lord turned water into whiskey, and I said, "Hallelujah!" I knew something was up.
It's wine, son. He turns it into wine.
Well, no kind of taste.
Yeah.
All right, I got this. How do I deal these damn cards now? I've got a turn order, but I don't have.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
I just need it. Damn it.
Just deal it to everybody. You don't have to worry about, because you can
Yeah.
always shuffle in more cards.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's see.
But you got to put them in there in the turn order.
Who?
Whoever's going to be in the initiative.
See, I was just going to do you and this Dunworthy character.
Okay. Or we could just roll 20s. However you want to do it.
There you go.
Yep. Now just deal everyone, and it'll
How do I-
automatically.
It's not dealing. Why is it not?
For anyone watching at home, Roll20 is not necessarily designed around the idea of initiative run through cards.
So you've got it where you.
Okay,
there we
There
go.
it is. You got it.
Fuck, man, that took forever. It looks like Dunworthy's got the drop on you.
The hell he does, son. I've got quick draw.
So does he.
Son of a bitch. So it comes down to rolls? Is that how that would
Yeah.
work?
I think it does. He's going to roll his quick draw against yours.
All right. I'm going to spend me some dice on this.
But whoever wins this one is going to get to fire first.
Okay. I've got the. I'm spending a shit. I'm spending 2 white tokens.
Add 2 dice to your roll.
Okay,
I'm finally making you spend these coins. God damn it!
Where the hell's my quick draw?
Got you scared now. It's under quickness, which is down towards
There
the
it
bottom.
is. I ain't scared of this fella.
He's got 2 and he throws down an 11.
Yeah, well, watch this. God
Oh,
damn it!
No.
This
So
here man's
close
got a pistol he's shooting with. You are at point blank range. This is literally just a quick draw on the city street. He's gonna fire with his gun.
He's
his
gonna
pistol.
miss. Holy shit!
Oh.
I don't believe
Hopefully
he
you
missed
kept
you.
some of those for soaking some damage.
You're
Yep.
you're right there in front of him,
Yep.
so he does not miss you.
Okay.
Western trope is
Reverend-
going to hit the Bible. It'll be fine.
He's rocking a Colt Peacemaker.
Uh-huh.
So you're familiar with this gun.
Oh, I am.
You're gonna take 1 wound.
The hell I am. I'm gonna spend me another one of these here points and take nada.
You take 1 wound to your 8, whatever that would be, if you're gonna spend it.
I
But he's
I spent it.
that also means if he's rocking a Colt Peacemaker, he's got 2 shots at you.
Son of a bitch.
So
Go
his second shot is the 6. Now you are a size 6, am I correct?
Correct.
He's point blank range, so this one is also going to hit.
I figured. Come on, baby. Be good to the Lord.
The second shot out of his Colt Peacemaker,
Oh, okay.
a 7. So you're going to take 2 wounds total.
The hell I am. I'm spending
but-
another.
1 to your 8 and 1 to your 18, which was pretty close to your noggin on that second one.
He pulls it out in a hurry. Shoots. Misses both terribly. Ruins my coat, I'm sure.
So you're going to suspend the soak.
Yeah, I spend it. Well, I can just spend the white tokens to 1 soak per token for.
Yeah, you
per
got to
wound.
spend 2 of them.
Yep, I did. Got it. I'm down to 3 white.
You're so afraid of being hurt, all y'all. But it's your turn there, Reverend. If you want to fire back on Dunworthy. And
Well-
it seems like you're going to have to if you want him to keep his mouth shut.
Seeing as how he's already caused a ruckus, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my own peacemaker.
Well, now, luckily with the quick draw, you've got yours out. He
I've
just
already got
managed
mine
to
out.
fire first. So you just...
Well, to
Do
be
you
honest,
shoot-
I was trying to quick draw my club of a cross.
okay.
So hold on a second. Now for that, it's under.
Technically, quick draw is a shooting maneuver.
Oh, okay.
So it's not for your cross. But if you want to retcon that to say you've got yourself in position to smack him with it,
That's what I was planning on doing. I wanted to get the drop on him and beat him before he got his shots off. Not
yeah,
the
you
ones-
didn't get that.
I didn't get that. So, all right. So, and my that would be under what for? Is that under combat? No, because I have to roll for it first.
Well, you got to roll for it first, and that is, I think it's a strength roll there.
Well, it didn't show deafness.
Do you have anything
No.
for throwing, fighting? Oh, you have something under fighting, under
Where's
nimbleness.
fight? Oh, no, nimbleness. That's the second one, right? No, that's
Yeah.
deafness. Is
Go
it-
down a little
no,
bit because
okay,
you
got
have
one more.
fighting under nimbleness, and I'm pretty sure you've got something for
Nimbleness. Fight.
clubbing.
Further down.
Brawling. I got brawling.
There you go.
Use that one. I thought I gave you something to use your club with. To use that.
I did, but seeing as how, oh fuck it, I already said I did that. Okay, so I'm gonna
I
bust-
gave you all kinds of chances.
You did. You did, and I went with it. That's what I was doing. So I'm gonna spend me. All right, hold on. I'm gonna spend me one of these here red ones. What does that do? Red chip.
I'm gonna move Dunworthy out into the street like a proper showdown.
So that's gonna be Is that adds 2 dice when I spend the red, right? Because it counts as a 2. The blue is a 3, so forth, right?
Well, when you roll, a red chip lets you add a bonus die. So
Yes.
you're going to simply add 1 die to your highest roll, whatever your highest roll is. It's like creating.
Roll another and add it on top of it?
Yeah. So it's like
okay.
rolling an ace. It's,
Okay, cool. All right, here we go. So, got a 5. So I'm just going to roll another D8 and add this on top of that then. Shit.
Well, that's fine. That's a
7.
7. You're going to hit him because he's right there in front of you.
Okay.
But so roll your damage with the cross.
Okay, and that's going to be under combat stuff.
Combat stats. You should have the cross in there. It should be strength plus.
Yeah, cross club. Here it is.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 10.
Ooh. He's going to take a wound.
Okay.
If you roll a d20, I'll tell you where he's going to take a wound.
Is it D10? I thought D20.
To figure out where the wound is a d20. He already took 10 there.
12.
12, which I believe you hit him in the chest.
And I know I hit him in the arm.
On the arm.
Yes,
The right arm.
The right arm. That's his shooting arm, right? Make him drop his pistol.
He's going to be operating at a -1 on his turnaround.
Okay.
But he's not playing with a club. He's going to try to shoot you.
Yeah,
Are you
I know.
going to move?
No, I'm just going to
believe-
hope that I win the initial next round, and then I'm going to quick draw and shoot his ass down.
Well, here's the thing. Do you have a dodge under your
Um,
nimbleness?
Nimbleness.
I
Which
think
is
it's
towards the
nimble.
top, right? Should be. Oh, I'm on combat stuff.
Yeah, go to traits and aptitudes.
Deft.
Nimbleness, like the third one down. You should have a
Nimbleness,
dodge.
dodge. I do. Ooh, I got a good dodge.
You can roll your dodge against his next attack.
Okay. 7. Which is not too good.
Oh,
Oh!
you're lucky that wasn't damage. That's just his shooting. So, yeah, he's going to hit you with at least the first bullet. I'm going to roll the second one here, too. This is the second shot is
That's
going to
a
miss. But he's going to get you with that one.
Sure did.
And, Bickety Bab, you're going to take another 1 wound.
The hell I am.
You're going to soak this one, too?
Yep.
Oh, it's going to be to your head.
No, I soaked it.
You're going to soak it.
I soaked it.
He's going to, yeah, okay. Well, he put a hole in your hat then.
Okay.
It's your turn now. You can,
I'm drawing on this son of a bitch now.
well, it's about goddamn time.
All right.
So I'll tell you what, roll your quick draw and at least get over a 7 so that you can shoot him in the same round.
Okay. Quick draw is under nimbleness, right?
Yeah.
No, it's
So
under
you're
quickness.
dropping the cross, you're pulling your gun. You want to squeeze off a shot. And
9.
okay, you got it.
Now,
Now, do your shooting. He's
Okay.
right there in front of you.
and do I get both of my 2 shots?
You do. You get both of your shots. You
Okay.
need to beat a 6 each time.
14,
That's 1.
6.
And 6 is a tie, so you win that one.
Okay.
He's going to take 2 shots from you.
All right. First one. There's my peacemaker right there. Okay, so first one. 16.
Oh!
25.
Oh my god, that's devastating. We don't even. Did we roll to see where he even got hit? If you get him in
roll,
the
a,
head, that
roll a d20 twice.
Okay.
Because his head is +2 damage dice.
15. So that's going to be in the guts.
That's his 16. There's
And
2
then
shots. to the gut.
16. I shot him in the guts twice. Bam! Bam! So I just basically pulled it out and shot him in the gut. Is what I did.
If all those shots went to his gut, he is
Yes.
he is keeled over and critically wounded.
Oh, he ain't critically wounded.
And there's the ruckus.
As a matter of fact, let me mark this poor son of a bitch is dead.
Because I'm going to shoot. Oh, let me count out for my bullets. And then after I shoot him in the guts again, make sure that he's dead, I'll just go ahead and I'll unload the entire cylinder. Then I'm just going to start reloading my gun.
So for the rest of you, from wherever you are around town, you can hear a blam, 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 blam. The marshal is going to come running over, but he's going to leave his 2 men behind.
Jack, say thank you for following. We do appreciate it. As I'm shooting him too, I'm going to be cursing, son of a bitch, come and show this bitch.
Not today, Satan.
Yeah. Trying to kill me. You can't take me down like this, son. I don't know who the hell you think you are.
A blonde-haired waif of a young man is going to come running out of the church, and a big, tall drink of water, dressed all in purple, is going to come running from where the mayor's house is. You assume he's the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, hostage, my old friend. Oh, don't say that out loud.
What about the rest
of it? I'm gonna holster my gun afterwards too.
I will close some distance between me and the sheriff's station. I'm going to start. Now, I want to just get a sense of would I know, generally speaking, there's one entrance into these places and one way out, right? There's not going to be another way for me to walk in this place.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. If it would be stupid to build a jail with multiple egress.
Yeah. So he's and is there a window, anything like that?
There is actually. Though the image of the map there shows an exploded building, there is an actual proper barred window in the classic sense of a Western prison.
All right.
One of the young men who's the deputy is wandering the outside of the building. You can assume he's kind of making just a little perimeter patrol. But you can walk up to the window if you want. You can talk to her.
All right. I will make my way up to this window here.
Then we'll go with that scene for right now. As you see the marshal running off, you hear the gunshots. You could shake your head and have a pretty good idea what I'm talking about.
Some fucking ruckus. And I'll approach the window. Do I see her in there?
She is there. Young woman, probably no more than 15 or 16. Mm-hmm. She looks scared, but at peace, as if she's accepted her fate.
Now, I don't see the guy who's making his rounds. He's not anywhere near this window right now, is he?
He doesn't have to be, but you're not doing anything wrong by talking to her.
Okay.
Mind you. I'll put him out the back there.
Then I just want to make sure for this first part that he's not within earshot. I'll say to her, "We've been sent by friends. We're here to get you out of here."
The soaring eagle told me you would come.
Path isn't clear at the moment, but hang tight. We'll get you out of here one way or another.
I didn't murder that man. I want you to know.
And now I want to use my scrutinize here.
Oh, yes.
I want to believe this girl, but I also want to know. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll here and see what I can discern.
Assume this is just going to be a target number. She's not going to roll against you to try to deceive you in any way. But whether you can see through her intentions, oh yeah. An 8 will let you know that she seems earnest, honest. She didn't kill that man.
I believe you. I really do, but fortunately, I don't think they particularly care about the word of your people, unfortunately.
They should. The demon killed him.
They should care about the word of all people, but unfortunately, don't think we're anywhere near that kind of Pre-love.
What do you intend?
Tend to get you out of here, one way or another.
I hang tomorrow at sunrise.
Worst comes to worst, we'll try and make a way of getting you out of here then. But the wheels are already turning. I don't particularly know what the rest of my team's plan is, but something's happening. So be ready. You could be going in a minute. You could be going tomorrow.
I will remain awake then.
You're
Stay
supposed
frosty.
to be busting her out.
No, I'm and he's gonna wait right around here, but he is gonna step away from the building again.
Okay. Like I said, there's a patrol that goes around the outside. You could almost time him. And there's a deputy on the inside.
I'm expecting that this ruckus, it's piqued the interest. There's a concern here that something could be going on. I think that next step will draw at least one more of these guys out of this building, and that's why I'm waiting.
Then, to that effect, Anson Harold, what are you deciding to do? You were hanging by the bank. You saw them running past you. You saw the mayor in purple coming out from his house and a waif of a blonde-haired boy come out from the church.
That's a mighty fine coat. But, with the marshal, was there a jangle of keys about him?
Oh, yes.
Well,
he's one of those men got a big set of keys on a big key ring, you know, one out.
Since he is I presume, making prodigious haste towards the sound of a shooting, I would like to use my fancy phantom fingers and liberate him of his burden.
Oh, this is so exciting.
So that is let's see, phantom fingers with the complex manipulations of an object. All right, it'll cost me 1d4 wind per action, and it's this usual set of 5 cards. So,
well, you also have to do your stealth, your hex slinging to make sure you contact your your Manitou. A 7 is what you need.
Lucky number 7. All right, let's have a look. See here. Oh, let's see. That is pair of queens.
Ooh, a pair of queens. I was on that page too. So where are we looking at? Just a pair?
Just a pair.
You can lift something the size of a pistol, which is lucky because that key ring is about as heavy as a pistol.
Yeah, so Anson's going to be doing the whole kind of like, oh goodness, there's a crazy man over there, and pull the set of keys into his hand and just pocket them.
The sheriff's gonna run by, like you said, with a little jingle jangle, and then at a moment he doesn't notice, it'll just sort of stop as he runs past you and up to a dead body laying in the street that he knows as Dunworthy, and a preacher with a smoking pistol at a.
Oh, I always heard that.
Why? What in the hell do you think you're doing?
Good Lord. Have mercy on this man's soul. He done tried to kill me. What kind of a town you running here? Ask all these fellers up here in the saloon. They done seen it all. Because it all happened in front of the saloon's windows. I came in, I was getting ready to go into your saloon for a proper drink. And then what happens? But some low-life desperado that's living in your town of Globe comes after me, wanting my wallet, my watch, my soul, my life. What are you going to do about this?
Dunworthy's no thief.
I'm going to try and use my awe on him.
Overawe this man.
That's
Show
right.
him the glory of God and what all that you bring to the table.
Hold on, where's it at? It's under mean. There it is. Okay, here we go. 18.
Boy, I was gonna say he could roll his spirit against that, but I don't think he could fend off an 18. Let's see.
Spirit can't fight off the Holy Spirit.
That's right.
No way.
See what he gets.
He is a man of faith, but let's see what happens here. It's
1. You got a 1.
worst possible roll ever.
He's like, oh my God, Nucleotis will suffice.
He must not have seen your collar until you lifted your head. And he's like, oh my God, Reverend, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
What kind of town are you running here?
No, sir, I apologize.
I thought this was a law-abiding town. Everyone says if you go to Globe, you're safe. But I set no more than 10 feet within these premises, and I'm accosted by a former criminal, I'm sure. Do you even know who lives within you, next to you? What devils lie within them?
The waifish, pasty white blonde boy comes running over to the marshal. He says, Marshal, no. This must be the priest that we sent for. I've been writing to the diocese for months, sir. And I'm just a deacon. I'm sorry, sir. He comes over to you and he's like, we are so pleased to have you here.
I'll hold out
Father.
my hand for him to kiss it.
He, as a deacon of the church, he's wondering where your ring is, but
Lost it along with the paperwork saying I was coming here to Globe. The only thing I got now is some beef jerky, this here Bible, and look what it did to my suit.
you got a hole in your hat too.
I got a hole in my hat. And my hat! For crying out loud! What kind of heathen sons of bitches you got running around in this town, Sheriff?
The marshal is going to apologize profusely, and the Deacon Travers, is going to offer to lead you over to the church. Would you come with me, Father? We could get you set up. We've got a room for you in the back.
All right. Yes. Of course, son. You have to excuse me. This whole incident, it has shocked me to my core. Now, Marshal, I'm sure you try to run a good, respectable, clean town, but probably didn't realize that this son bitch was hiding in your midst. Well, I forgive you. All right, lead on.
Thank you, Father. Father, what is your name?
Cleophas
Father
Brown.
Father Cleophas Brown. All right,
Yes.
we will spread the word around town, and if you want, we can have a service tonight.
Not tonight, son. I just got shot at. I gotta go rest, recoup. First thing in the morning, 6 a.m. I expect to see you there. Matter of fact, I expect to see the entire damn town in the church.
The deacon is so happy to hear you say this. I'm going to spread word now that we've got ourselves a proper preacher.
It is obvious that this
entire.
entire town needs saving. Saving, I tell you. Look at what has happened on your streets.
The mayor will finally approach. The deacon will explain.
But I could use some coffee and a little bit of grub. And he points at this marshal before he goes off at the kid.
Well, the marshal is, sir. The saloon is operating right now, but our general store is closed because we had a murder there recently.
You ain't got nothing at your house?
Well,
Son, I'm the new priest. Is this how you greet? See, hold on a second. He flips open the Bible. Right here, Jacob 7, chapter 15.
I'm not.
He who does not. I'm talking. He who doth not giveth out goods to a stranger is just the same as Satan. Boom. Close the Bible. Do you want to be Satan, do you, son?
We'll bring some coffee over to the church for you, Father.
Thank you. Now, lead on, son. And he points at that deacon.
He'll introduce you to the mayor, Mayor Lewis, real quick. The mayor will shake your hand.
I'll shake his hand.
Yeah, he'll want him. He's very excited to meet you. He'll be there 6
I'll shake it.
a.m.
6 a.m.
That's fine with most of the people around here.
It better be.
The marshal's gonna hang behind because that Dunworthy guy was just a roughneck. He was a pretty trustworthy fella. He never started no fight, no robbed nobody. It's odd what he did, but well, we'll get him a proper burial.
Yeah.
For the rest of you,
I'll say a few words, I guess.
you'll see the Reverend and the young man make their way over towards the church.
Now,
Oh, ain't
having
that
figured that if things didn't escalate from there, I'm gonna back off and start heading back towards the rest of the group.
Anson, you have the keys by now. Your friendly little fingers have floated their way back to you. The marshal is obviously busy dealing with the body in the street, so he's going to be occupied for a short amount of time. The mayor's over there too. Over to the you guys over there.
Anson will look over to our fellow, the fellow in our little cantankerous band, to Ronan and just do, patting of his jacket, and then just do like a, huh? Yeah.
No. All right. Whatever.
Hey, you're sprinkling the Irish. This guy's a fucking drink.
Sprinkling the Irish.
So what are you thinking? Between the four of you, one of you is asleep, the other one is checking out his new room in the back of the church, and you're muted there, big guy.
Sorry. Do I take his meaning when he?
Well, I don't know.
That's
Do you? Do you
That's a
take
good
his
question.
meaning when he does this?
I take that meaning and I ignore it.
Hell, I got the keys. No,
I'm guessing that I get that he has something important to what we need to accomplish, and with that, I will not make any actions at this point. I'm just sort of gonna head towards the ruckus that I heard from before.
That ruckus sort of looks like it worked itself out. The marshal went running, and then a couple of guys came around the corner, and one of them turned out to be the Reverend being led over into the church.
And I'll make a show of introducing myself to Anson. Hello there. My name's Ronan. Beam again. Detective. The Pinkertons. I'm in town looking for someone. Perhaps you could give me any details you might know on Jacob Walt.
Who are you saying this to?
To Anson.
Where is the music? Good question.
We don't have to discuss it out here in the open. Perhaps we could head to the saloon.
Of course. There was such a terrible, ruckus. That's $1 a word today. It's horrendous violence, or you should be safe. But of course, law enforcement such as yourself, surely you can take care of any trouble they have.
Was anyone killed?
Oh, I made myself scarce as soon as I heard gunfire. I have a very delicate constitution, and I hate perspiration.
Understood. And I will just sort of peek around. Do I see the widow anywhere nearby?
Not the widow. She's so. You don't even see her.
You might see some smoke off in the distance.
Yeah.
And I'll head for the saloon, assuming Anson will come with me.
But oh my lord, I came out here trying to buy some land, and here we are. There's all this terrible happening, someone being shot in the street. I thought this place was safe. Oh, mercy me.
The marshal and the mayor have taken it upon themselves to remove the body from the street. So you could.
look at Anson meaningfully with a, now, in regards to what I was asking you, do you have anything of value?
Oh, well, yes, I happen to have some, very recent windfall that one might say could be the key to the city.
Fantastic. Now, is it the type of information we'd want to take action on quickly, or is it something we should wait on?
Well, I think that perhaps it might be a little hard of hearing, but the new reverend in town was extremely insistent that there would be a full town mass at the church at 6 a.m. sharp tomorrow. So,
well, geez, if they're going to be all at mass, perhaps I could. I'm a different denomination, of course. I wouldn't want to be found in this church, but perhaps I could offer to batten down the hatches at their local sheriff's office.
Oh, with what I've seen around here, I'm certain they could use a more deft hand. I think they've gotten a bit lackadaisical.
The night is coming quickly. The dark is falling now that there's been a shootout in the street. It's sundown. The saloon is also the hotel. Here, I can take you inside there for now. There we are.
You're gonna have some of that honky tonk.
A couple of ladies of the evening. Yeah, got a little bit of the piano going.
I'd now, Anson, did you say earlier whether you saw where the preacher went when we were talking? I can't remember.
I did not say that. Just merely that. And I'm presuming with how boisterous our reverend is, or at least by this hour, they would have spread that, hey, new reverend's in town, and we're going to be having a town city mass.
That's a bit of what's going around, the buzz going around the saloon, is that, yeah, we might want to even close up early tonight to make sure everybody shows up tomorrow morning.
You're the detective, my friend.
Perhaps I should go introduce myself to the local law. If you could maybe make sure that everyone shows up for mass tomorrow morning, we appreciate it.
Oh, you mistake me for an angel, but of course I'll do my part.
Everyone but you, of course.
Of course.
Fantastic. And I'll take off, and I'm going to head over to the sheriff's, or the marshal's station and introduce myself.
By the time you get over there, the marshal will have finished disposing of the body. They threw it in the pen with the pigs.
Exactly.
Deadwood reference. Anson, Harold, what are you going to do?
I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to make sure that people go to bed at a timely hour. And perhaps if that means they have no more money to have fun with, then
that is
sure.
what I figured. There is a poker game with 4 players going on down here. You could sit in and make yourself a very comfortable fifth.
Yeah, like, I'll take a seat. Is this the blackjack or the Texas Hold'em?
Oh yes, they are excited to give you chips.
Oh, everyone in this town is so generous. Oh, I made the right choice coming out here from the big city.
Reverend, let me ask you real quick. Now that the deacon has shown you over to the church and you see a proper place for preaching and a small room in the back with a cot and nightstand, what are you thinking of doing?
All right, Deacon. I'm going to wait around for my coffee.
Okay.
Then tell the deacon hey, Deacon, why don't you go ahead and rustle me up some grub?
Okay. Yes. Of course, Father. Of course.
Then I'm going to start nosing through everything.
What are you looking for in particular?
There's got to be a collection plate or something, you know. And I'm just looking. Nothing in particular, but looking, you know. It's like if there's, oh, look, here's a shotgun. Oh, look, here's some money, or, you know, whatever. Just killing time mostly. That's about it.
Okay. No. You're in a damn near empty room.
That's what I figured.
It is austere because you are meant to have taken a vow of poverty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, sorry. This reverend is unfamiliar with that.
Inflicting poverty upon others.
I got some time to kill because if everything's going according to plan right now, the squall's getting busted out, or done already got busted out. So I'm going to have to wait. I can't leave. Got to wait for the coffee because I should have been thinking before I asked for it. So after I drink my coffee, I'm going to go back out, see if I can't find my folk.
Okay. Then, Widow McAfee, let's catch up with you for a moment. We can assume you went off, maybe had a nap. Maybe you heard the shootout. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't care.
Yeah.
But the sun has gone down. The saloon seems to be happening. There's a little buzz around town. What are you thinking about doing?
I
you
mean,
and the mule.
I'd rather sleep out here with the at camp. I can't hear half those people anyway. They're all in there drinking, partying. Nah.
So you're gonna wait until something happens,
right? Yeah.
Other than a shootout in the street.
I knew one of them was gonna die, and probably for the best.
All right then. I guess if we're just looking around the group, then, Detective, you could go over and introduce yourself to the marshal. I think that's you.
Yeah. Is he just hanging out outside of the station?
He is. I'm gonna move Anson over here. Saloon.
I have a question before I talk to him about a little background here. Now, the Pinkertons have been employed to go and hunt this guy down. Do I know by who?
Well, considering what Waltz stole, you're working for essentially the Confederate government.
All right.
You're trying to return their property. The Pinkertons have assigned you. Yes, it is more of a northern organization, but the Pinkertons have secrets in the South. They still operate down there.
Yeah. All right. Then I'd walk up and introduce myself. Hello, Marshal. My name's Ronan P. McGinn. I'm a detective for the Pinkertons.
Oh, what is the Yankee doing down here? You're a bit out of your jurisdiction, ain't you?
I may be a Yankee, but I'm employed by the Confederacy. I'm here to return some property stolen by a man named Jacob Waltz.
Ah, Waltz, huh? I hear that name a lot. Been hearing it from the squaw. Been hearing it from around town. Who is this sumbitch?
Well, he's made off with a lot of property. He's made off with a lot of lives. I'm here to stop him.
Well, I ain't never seen him. That's the problem with this Waltz story. Sounds more like a phantom than anything else. They say he's come through town a bunch of times. I wouldn't even know. Pretty much, I know everybody comes through this town. I never seen him.
I'd like to employ my scrutinize one more time. And just see if I believe that he has never seen or know of Jacob Waltz.
Ooh, a 10. He's telling the truth.
All right, then with that, I will say, and trust me, that's by design. He does not intend to expose himself to someone like you who could do him any mortal harm.
See, I don't know. It sounds like a story more than anything. Seems like a lot of people like to do their own bidding and then blame it on a a demon waltz like that, like little chickie keeps saying.
He's like any other criminal. They build up stories around them, like snowball, and people start to tell fairy tales about them. Of course, he's not some sort of phantom, but he is a very bad man.
If that's to be believed, then supposedly he's responsible for Mr. Porter's death. Man had his throat slit and stabbed straight in the heart.
Now, I don't recognize that name, do I?
Nah, he was just unless you look across
The
town
local?
and see Porter's General Store.
Right.
Well, what I
When
do
did he
know
die?
a few days ago.
A few days ago.
Yeah, a few days ago.
A
Found
few.
her in the room
Sorry,
with him.
pardon me, Marshal, but a number would help.
I don't know. Well, shit. 4 tops, 5 maybe. I don't know. I was drinking at one point.
That's
But
fair.
look- We're hanging her in the morning because it was a locked room and he had his throat slit and was stabbed in the heart. Okay, when you start blaming this demon waltz, you're just trying to come up with an excuse for what you done. You're trying
The
to
girl,
get-
she was in the room.
Well, that's why we're hanging her, yeah, because she's the one who almost certainly killed him for real. Made up this
Seems
story.
like open and shut case.
Well, does to me too. Thank you.
No,
you
if you'll,
feel free to stick around now. She'll be swinging in the morning before breakfast.
I would love that, actually. I was hoping that I could perhaps take use of some of your office space here. I've got some notes to pour over, and I'm not much of a light sleeper. I prefer to work through the night. If you're going to be around, if I could keep you company here tonight and do some work, I'd appreciate it.
If you don't mind a dim light and a messy desk, you can go right there in my office.
Thank you. And I will make myself
he'll-
comfortable if he's...
He'll yell for his other guys like, Bobby, get the hell out here. Let the man do his work. And he'll,
Bobby, pleasure to meet you. And I'll introduce myself to the gang, just sort of ingratiate myself.
well, you can go into the sheriff's building. The
No,
deputies
settle
will-
in, get out my notes, really actually pour over what I've got and try and make sense of everything I've got, but also just getting a lay of the land and seeing what's going on inside this building.
This is a pretty typical marshal's office. Got the wanted posters on the walls. Got the desk with all kinds of shit all over it. A couple of guns hanging here and there. A rifle rack, and then a room, or at least a door to the back room, which is where the cells are. Looks like 3 or 4 of them.
I'll take a peek. Can the young woman in there see me?
Not unless you go and look down the hall, like until you go in that door.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stay where I am. I don't want her to see me because I don't want her to give me away.
All right then.
And I will, I'll make myself comfortable, loosen my tie, undo my top button here, get relaxed and settle in for an evening of going over my notes and trying to figure everything out.
Well, so there's where we are. The Reverend, you're in the church. You'll get your coffee and somebody will rustle you up some grub. It won't be warm, but
It's all right.
get some cold stew. Widow McAfee, you're just hanging out. Got yourself a fire, got yourself your mule.
Mm-hmm.
Anson Harold, you found yourself a good poker game. You want to try your gambling skill to see how soon you send these folk home?
It'd be my absolute pleasure. Let's see. Gambling by cents should be. There we are. You know, I'm not gonna say I'm comfortable with this dice pool because that's exactly how I'm gonna screw it up. So, or not.
Ah, very nice. Look at that 16.
I think that'll do.
That's definitely a raise on that one.
This never happened to me before.
What is your intention? You want to cripple these guys, take their money, and send them home?
Either frustrate them at losing to a greenhorn, or did them get pissed enough that they got duped, or just so out of money that they can't do anything else recreational for the evening, and just leave them a few other options than bed.
All right, let me see. Let me just throw out a random number here. Oh, shit. Well, what I had intended was with that D20 to figure out which ones you had sent home. Since there were 4 players, I was giving them each 5.
Mm-hmm.
He sent them all home.
He sent them all home with the D20.
How much money, by chance, do I have?
You know what? Roll yourself. I'm going to figure you probably sat down with $10, so they all sat down with $10.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably 50 in the pot. You can roll a D40 and see how much you got.
$13.
13. But at least you ended the game.
Mm-hmm.
They all got pissed off. God damn it, this card ain't right.
It's a fickle friend. I'm sure. Perhaps you'll have better luck tomorrow.
Let's assume you're able to get them out of there by midnight.
Mm-hmm.
That way everybody should be able to make a 6 a.m. call. Now there's going to be a service in the morning. I believe the marshal is willing to do the hanging afterwards. So
after the Reverend's done with his coffee and cold stew, he's gonna
That's about right.
Yeah, he's gonna come out, and first thing he's gonna do is he's gonna go over to the jail.
You can go over to the jail. You'll see the marshal outside with one of his boys, another one making a patrol around the outside. If you look through the window, you'll see the Pinkerton kicked back at the desk, going through his official notepad.
Marshal?
Father, it's good to have you.
I was just coming out to see how you're doing. And things were a little bit heated earlier, and I know I said some things and all about your town. And as I'm talking, I'm sort of like looking around him inside at the Irishman.
I understand we didn't give you the best first impression, and my apologies for that. Dunworthy's been a good man. He's just a roughneck, and I don't know what got into him. Maybe a little too much drink, a little too much of the spirit, you might say.
Maybe a little bit too much Satan.
Possibly that too. Father, I want you to know we have postponed tomorrow morning's hanging until after your service.
Who are you hanging?
Oh, we got ourselves a squaw that we're going to let swing tomorrow morning.
And you haven't had a priest talk to her yet, I take it.
Well, no, I mean, she's one of them. She's savage.
Anytime you hang someone, you do let a priest talk to him first, don't you?
Well, white men and women, yeah.
Anybody you hang, you do let a priest talk to him first, don't you?
Father, it's all wasted on them. They're no better than the animals.
If it's a converted soul, it's a converted soul, son. Don't you know how the book works? Every soul that you convert is a mark in your corner for the afterlife. You want to ensure you go to heaven, don't you, son?
Well, of course I do,
Well,
Father.
then you're just letting opportunities slip right between fingers.
You're right. You are. What can I do?
And then he just like looks around him again, seeing if the Irishman sees him now.
I see him out of the corner of my eye, and I do not look in his direction at all.
Well, you got to let me at least talk to her. Give her last absolute a chance to repent, son. Did you not go to Sunday school?
Father, I don't even know if she speaks English.
That don't matter.
It don't matter.
The voice of the Lord will come through me into her ears, and if she is destined to understand and give herself to the Lord, she will understand. They taught if you've gone to Sunday school, you know that too.
I've been to Sunday school. I never knew that. I would, I'd like to see that.
Sunday school have you been going to? You got any children?
I don't have children yet, sir. No.
Oh, thank God for that I've come along to be able to make sure they get the proper training that they need when they do come along.
He will lead you inside and take you through his main office. He'll open the back door and you will head into a room of cages.
Okay, as we start doing that, I'm going to stop for a second, look down at the Irishman and go, damn shame. And then just keep walking.
Oh, you got a priest in here. It's about time. Girl needs her last rites after all.
All right. So I continue on with him, and then I'll go do some mumbo jumbo stuff to her.
Okay, so you're just gonna mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, I'm not really doing anything else. It was basically trying, because the Reverend doesn't know what's going on. According to what they had worked out, is he causes a ruckus, and then they spring her.
Yeah,
now
I got no idea what's going on myself.
All right, so there we go. He says it's all working out. So after that, he'll like go in, he'll open up the book and go, "Do you repent?" to her.
Who are you?
Do you repent?
I don't know what you mean.
He slaps the Bible shut. He goes, she's a lost cause. Don't worry about it, Marshal. And he goes walking out.
And I'd like to stop the preacher on his way out. Excuse me, Father.
Oh.
What denomination is it that you're preaching over there in that house of the Lord?
What denomination are you, son?
I'm Irish, aren't I?
Well, we'll accept you. We'll accept you. It's all right. The Lord looks on you with no less than he does anyone else.
I'm afraid if it's not a Catholic church, Father, I don't step into it.
What's a deacon over there? They'll welcome me. What do you think I am, son?
You're Irish Catholic, otherwise I don't walk in. I'm sorry, Father. My spirit belongs to the Catholic Church.
Oh, good enough. Anyway, so where would I be? Any other strangers in town might be hanging out at, and so forth, and that the saloon.
You're asking me, Father?
No, I turned around. I'm talking to the marshal again. I just turned my back on you when you said that.
You'll find some folk at the saloon or around at their respective businesses. Though Mr. Porter's now dead, and we're gonna have to find somebody to run the general store.
Is that what he did? He ran the general store.
Yeah, that's what he done.
Interesting. Something ain't right going on here, Marshal.
What are you all doing?
So then I'm going to go down.
It would seem to me that the night has fallen.
Mm-hmm.
The morning brings danger with it. Each of you have basically done your tasks. Pinkerton, you are inside the office. Reverend, you are standing next to the marshal and the young Indian woman. Anson Harrow, you have busted out everybody at the table. And old Lady McAfee, you are well rested by now.
I'm very thankful for that. I've got a long road ahead of me.
So there's the marshal, and there's still the one guard that's still circling the place, though, right?
Yeah.
There's one last thing I'd like to do before settling in at this desk for the evening. And I'd step up to the preacher and say, Father, you look as if you could take care of yourself, but I'd feel a lot better if I were to walk a man of the Lord back home for the evening after such a frightful day following you.
I appreciate that very much.
And Marshal, I'll be back shortly. Thank you again for letting me use your desk. I will be using it for a little longer. don't sleep very much, if I'm honest. And I will see the preacher out and show him back to his quarters.
Okay, as we start leaving to go, son, I need to head down to the... Well, no, as we're starting to walk, I'm like, where the hell's Quick Hands? Where's the widow? I thought you all were going to bust
making
that
sure that
squaw out of there.
I know. Just relax. Quick Hands went back to the bar. He heard about your little plan to get everyone in town to the church in the morning. So he's making sure they show up at church in the morning. You understand?
Oh, jeez. I pulled that out of my ass, son. I was just making stuff up.
Well, then you're shitting gold, fodder.
Valid.
There's one last little wrinkle to our plan that went quite well in our favor. He's found the keys.
All right.
He'll meet me over there. I'll keep my eye on the cell, make sure that as a little resistance is met as possible. And until then, though, make sure nothing happens to her.
Well, where the hell's the widow?
Fuck, who knows?
What do you mean you don't know? She was with you when I
left. There's this plume of smoke coming out from just at the entrance of the town.
Over by some cottonwood trees.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I saw that, I'd say, I think she's sleeping
in broad daylight. Yes. Well, not in plain
view. You can't
view.
hide smoke. I mean, especially at this point, it's winding down.
Not all of us are particularly invested in the survival of this young woman. I think she's more involved in the riches, if you understand. But
well, we need to find her. All right.
I think she'll be here when we go.
I'll do the mass in the morning. Keep them all.
He doesn't seem daft, fodder. I think she'll find her way out of town when we leave.
Who the hell took my horse?
I don't fucking know.
Last thing I knew, it was tied up.
You just married Joseph. You're the one who said you had a fucking plan.
I did, and as soon as I turned my back, everybody went and did something else. I tied it up in front of the saloon.
Your horse will still be in front of the saloon for you.
It turns out the plan that we thought you had was too clever by half.
The widow took all the horses, right?
Not if you were separated already. I mean, I was like, okay. All right.
We're just whisper arguing through the center of the town square.
Okay, stage whisper. All right. Now, all right, fine. So what you got to do now is, you make sure everybody's together, and in the morning when I'm preaching, you go bust that squaw out, and then I'll have my horse, and I'll meet you all at the rendezvous.
Yeah, that's what I fucking said, isn't it?
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. Well, Jesus. Yes.
Don't
just
bring
make sure
the
it's a good
Lord
sermon
into this, son.
Draw it out as much as you can.
You already done messed everything up already. I'm gonna. You know what? I blame it.
Why am
on,
I even telling you to draw it out? You fucking long-winded. You haven't even stopped talking with.
I blame it on the widow.
We're talking over each other for the entire fucking time.
What are you talking about?
Balladeer, it's around midnight when they're having this tete-a-tete.
It is. You might see it or hear it from your vantage point in the saloon. Who knows? With
everyone tucked in, I'm gonna meander around the town square.
I will remind you, you have the keys, and the marshal does not. At some point in the morning, he is going to need to let her out to go get hung.
Precisely so.
That'll probably be the next time he needs his keys.
And that is why, one, I want to see precisely just where the marshal lays his head. And then I can stop by and do an exchange with our Pinkerton right before I go and do Little Betty by myself.
Let's assume now the Pinkerton's going to be up all night. I think the marshal will lay his head down at least for a few hours, 3 o'clock in the morning or so. He just goes over to this boarding house next door. This one over here.
And does the sentry turn in at any point?
They do not. However, when the Reverend and the Pinkerton leave, this guy goes back inside.
So
there's one inside, one outside. As of 3 a.m, the marshal is gone, at least for a few hours.
all right. Well,
But where he's going to be, probably over at the.
So then, at around that hour, around the witching hour, seems appropriate. Anthony's just gonna, like stumble his way forward to the sheriff's and just, paw at the door. It's like,
Are you going to the office or to his?
if the light's still on and Ronan is still doing his insomniac thing, yes.
I think he will be.
It's like, Pinkerton, I'm afraid I have defiled myself. Could I have a word with you, pretty please?
This to do with the matter we spoke of earlier.
Yes.
Can it be had here? Is it a sensitive nature?
I have a terrible burden I did lay down upon your feet, and I don't quite trust the judgments of a man of the cloth.
Understood. And I will step out with the cans.
He's just gonna he's grab my cuff and just like, I appreciate all that you do for us, and it's just something special for you, and just pass along the keys. Just made like you're not paid well enough for everything that you do for our society.
Thank you for this boon, sir. I appreciate it.
With a muffled funk chink, it'll drop into your small pocket on your vest.
Just some gold eagles.
Weigh yourself down. It's a heavy set of keys.
So now the marshal, what have you learned about him? Can he be trusted? Is he an upstanding man?
I'd hazard a guess that the answer is no.
Well, then yeah, something sharp I could use. Don't you?
Let me take a look.
It's like, don't worry, he'll live. There's a message to be made.
Let me take a look at my equipment. I have arrows.
No knife, no nothing.
Don't travel with a knife, unfortunately. No.
Well then.
Messy work I don't particularly find myself in need of participating in very often.
It's fair.
As a
Well
man.
then, oh, of course. Well, I did you do, and try to get some rest. I'm starting to get some bags under the eyes. Some cocoa butter will help with that.
Thank you. I do my best.
And he'll stumble away the way he came.
There are rooms at the saloon if anybody was interested.
Definitely. Just first things first. Since I have a friend on the other side, once I'm in the shadow of the boarding house, I'm going to call upon my shadow man.
Oh yes.
Oh, cool.
I was wondering if there's a moment I could just go and just, but alas. Let's see, Shadow Man, Constitution Self. So I need to roll I just need to roll to contact my my Joker, correct?
Right, and that's just a straight up target number. Usually it's 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a white chip because I really want to do this because this asshole deserves it. So it's gonna be 1 extra to the hex sling and roll. Shadow Man. Okay. Yeah,
Let me see. I haven't gone back.
that's a
Oh, yeah.
19.
That is a for sure. You're going to be able to contact your Joker. So deal yourself. How's Shadow Man work? You have
It doesn't make me invisible, but makes me the next best thing. Creates a pocket shadow around the huckster. Does not make him invisible, but it does add to his sneak rolls. A pair adds +5 to the huckster's sneak rolls. Better hands add an additional +2 per level.
Okay, then deal yourself a hand, and we'll figure it out.
All right, well, those do nothing, but that is King, Queen, and a Joker. So I'm gonna do
Pair of kings is what you get.
pair of kings.
Unless you can put it straight together.
Don't try.
Sadly, not with the other. It's a 4 and a 9, so not with those. So I'll take the pair of kings though.
It'll add +5 to your sneak roll.
Yep.
Straight up.
All
So
right,
you are ethereal in a word,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little shimmery and see-through,
Yep.
and you're out of sight of anybody.
Yes, Biotex. I have been messing with the Shadow Man. So I would like to sneak my way into the marshal's room.
He is on the second floor of that boarding house next to the jail. I've got him sort of put up here on the balcony, but that's his room up there. There's
All right.
a door on the outside on the second floor.
Am I able to get in?
I believe so.
All right. First things first. Where's his rig?
Got to think how he would. He's got a rifle that he carries with him and a single 6-shooter.
Mm-hmm.
The 6-shooter's on a belt. He'll hang that. I want to say the most convenient place, probably the chair in his room.
All right. Are they within reach? Any of those within reach of where he's sleeping?
The gun is, but the rifle isn't.
All right. And I'm just gonna.
What are you taking? Just the gun?
Just taking the pistol, and I'm just gonna like pull the chair next to the bed, and just put my hand over his mouth. It's like, wakey, Reverend, or Reverend
Marshall.
Wakey, Marshall. I heard you've been.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He'll wake up at a start and start to struggle a bit.
Shh. I heard you've been giving a squaw credit for my good work.
What?
You know who I am.
Are you Waltz?
And how dare you give my artful work, that magnum opus, to a terrible little thing like that. It is unseemly.
You killed Porter. Why?
Why does anything of such great power think of the ants under his feet?
The marshal's gonna try to reach out from under his blanket and over towards his holster.
So,
It's empty. What do you want, Waltz?
I want you to make sure what's happening here, what has happened here, does not happen ever again.
What
Because-
happened here?
Well,
What are you talking about?
I value a man who is good at what he does and actually has the hat to go with the cattle. You have neither, and yet you intend to wear that badge and parade yourself like a beautiful peacock when you're nothing but a fucking city pigeon.
He's gonna start struggling.
Just know that I know where you sleep. And I will always know wherever you go. And I want you to know that every little misstep and transgression you make, I know. We're in godless lands, my friend. The higher power you might wear it on your hip, but there's no power higher than me. And if you misstep one more time, well, there will be a hanging, but it'll be you by your own guts. Do you understand me?
What do you want me to do?
Lord, I speak with children. I want you to clean your nose. I don't want you to take shortcuts. We are, after all, judged by the content of our character. I thought I'd find something challenging and worthwhile in you, but alas, you think me some matter of fiction. You take the easy way out to get your paycheck. It's insulting.
But she's just a squaw. Nobody cares.
I care, because it was my work you gave to her. It's like if you took credit for a Van Gogh. It's insulting to the artiste. Don't do it again.
Who's this Van Gogh? Is he from around? Look, I don't know.
It's just every time you speak, it is like I'm being drained out of the fucking ear. So, maintain what little capacities you have rattling between your little fucking ears and do your fucking job. Make my job more fun. Give me an actual nemesis. I'm not gonna let myself be trod over by some fucking Irishman. No, I'm an American, and I want an American challenge. So you step up, or I swear to God, every single death that I inflict is gonna have your fucking name, and you're gonna get their toes and their eyes and their tongues and all their gold fucking feelings until I convince you to do fucking right by me.
You need to roll some kind of persuasion. Look under your mind on your sheet. Find something big. Something. Are you overawing him? Are you intimidating him? Are you? Give me something. What are you doing?
My mind is.
And can I make the argument that he deserves a legendary point for the amount of role playing he just did? Because that was legendary.
That was pretty slick.
Just full stop. That was legendary. So.
Yeah, let's see how this roll goes.
Could I argue bluff?
Oh, absolutely. You could argue bluff. This is a big bluff.
Then bluff is what I will do, and I'm gonna spend one. I'm gonna spend a blue on that.
I'm gonna see if he can.
I really want this
that'll
to
give
work.
you 3.
Yeah. All right. That's gonna. All right. I could probably, with a 3d12 smarts and now a bluff of 6, I could probably convince someone I'm the president of the United States. So
do not mess this up, because he's gonna roll his spirit against you. But let's see. 17.
Not
All
bad.
right, he's got 3d6 to roll in his spirit. So
as long as he doesn't explode.
Yeah.
5.
This poor Marshall.
With a tear running down his face, he promises to hunt you to the ends of the earth, and he's gonna let the squaw go. And in fact, he'll walk you over there right now if you want.
No, because while I might be here, I'm not, because I'm everywhere. Besides, I want everyone to see and everyone know that you were wrong. I want that little tin badge to be a weight of shame.
If you have him pinned down in his blankets on top of his bed, you will begin to notice a warm, wet spot forming somewhere around the lower part of his torso.
Well, that's mighty embarrassing. But don't worry. This will be the only secret I take to the grave with you. Sweet dreams now, Marshall. And my shadow shape will just get up and just back out of the room.
He's not going to move. He's going to sit fucking put, and he's going to sit there shaking for the better part of an hour. When that time is up, he's going to find some new set of trousers, and he's going to go running over to the jail.
Yep. And I think as I'm making that exit, I'm just humming the Ashokan farewell. Just. And just.
Ronan, you will see the marshal come back in babbling like an idiot, talking about all kinds of things that you don't understand, and about how Waltz is real and the demon must be hunted and this girl had nothing to do with it. We're going to give credit where credit is due. He's going to try to open the door, the cell door. And he's not going to find his keys.
All right, I will approach him, and
he's in a panic.
What's wrong? What's wrong, you know, Marshall? Please.
No, we're letting her go. She didn't kill Porter, and then
you're speaking nonsense. You're speaking nonsense, Marshall. You don't know what you're talking about.
No, we can't. She can't swing. She can't swing for this. So we got to let her go.
Oh Jesus! Get your fucking spine in shape, you fucking idiot! And I'll slap him across the face. You spineless, gutless piece of shit.
Oh. Waltz came to me.
Oh, Jesus, you're the man who sat here earlier today telling me that Jacob Waltz was a figment of my imagination.
He could have slit my throat the way he slit Porter's.
You had a bad dream, Sheriff. You had a bad dream.
No, we gotta let her go. Where are my keys? Where are my fucking keys?
I don't know. Perhaps did you leave them in your bedroom?
No. I did have to change my pants.
Just get yourself together, you weak gobshite, and I'll slap him again.
Nice shit.
No pity. This guy's racist dickweed. He gets every single slap.
I'm the only true lawman in this fucking town.
Is the Irishman gonna hang right now?
I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you.
You Southerners talk a big game. You say you're fucking steely-eyed fucking sheriff here in this fucking small piss puddle of a town.
I'm just Marshall, and I didn't sign up for this. I've got to deliver justice properly.
You wear that badge, you fucking piece of shit. I'll slap him again. You wear that.
What do you want me to do?
You're standing here trying to let a criminal walk free. And
She's
you wear
no
that
criminal.
badge?
She didn't kill Porter, I tell you.
You do that badge of dishonor?
She didn't kill the man.
And what proof have you?
Because Waltz came to me and confessed to the crime.
Waltz came to you in your sleep. Just waltzed in to confess to a crime he committed, but 5 days ago.
I don't understand it either.
You've lost your fucking mind. And I look around. Are his deputies here?
They're as confused as you are. The one who's inside is wondering what he should do. The one that's outside is just doing around, keep going around.
I'm gonna snatch the badge off of his chest.
The marshal's chest?
Yeah.
Or the deputies?
The marshal.
Okay.
You're not fit for this badge. You know, you go back and you sleep it off.
But I gotta let her go.
We'll see that she has a right hearing in the morning. Until
But
then, you can't
they
come in
don't-
here spouting about some fucking demon who shows up in your
They
bedroom
don't-
in the middle
but
of the
you-
night like some fucking baby having a fucking nightmare about a
But they-
boogeyman in his closet.
But she's not going to have a hearing or a trial. Those are for the white man. She's a redskin.
Christ.
We don't even do that kind of stuff. There's no
Just-
judge on his way.
And I turned to his deputies. You're gonna sit here and let this man be the fucking leader of you? Speak up.
It's better than I imagined.
You know what? This guy's just going to go outside.
Walk it off, buddy.
I'll pin the badge to my chest, and I'll say, for this evening, I think I'll be in charge. This girl doesn't walk. I don't care what he says to you. I'll be sure that she sees God tomorrow morning.
Waltz is going to kill me. Waltz is going to hunt me down and he's going to kill me.
Would you get him home, you fucking idiot? You pissant piece of shit.
The other guy will try to walk it back to his place.
Yes. TikTok, former marshal.
And as soon as they leave, I'll go, Anson Harrow, you fucking genius.
How long does outside of combat? How long does it? What would you say it lasts? Is it just up to the balladeer himself?
Oh, the length of your shadow, man.
Because it says concentration.
It does. I mean, to me, that's as long as you want to hold it. You know,
I'll be hiding under the stairs. It's like TikTok, TikTok. It's just
I can't just do it. Let me see if he's got any. The marshal's got to have some will, right? Something.
Oh, not anymore. between Boogeyman and getting slapped around by the new sheriff in town.
He's got one die in guts. I'm gonna see what happens. Nah, he's gone. there's no keeping this marshal here. He is actually gonna run away, probably find a horse somewhere, and no, he's gone.
Yes. Okay.
So, with that, do the deputies return to the sheriff's office?
One of them, I'm gonna just say that this guy pokes his head in and be like, "What in the hell is going on?"
Something foul's taking a run of this town. You go home, you sleep it off. I'm so sorry that you had to deal with this, but I'm here.
What if the Apache come for her?
Apache won't come for her. They're not gonna find themselves in this shithole town. And if they do, and I pull out my first Gatling pistol, and I'll pull out the second Gatling pistol, say, I think I can take care of them.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, well, I'm going to get the hell out of here.
You got a good night's rest, and make sure you're at the church in the morning. God knows this town fucking needs it. And you thank the maker that he sent you a good preacher like that one I met today.
Oh, please let him do a hellfire and brimstone sermon in the morning.
It is 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. The marshal has been scared out of his mind and has run off into the darkness. The deputies have abandoned their post. One has just gone home waiting for sermon in the morning. The Pinkerton has assumed authority for some god-awful reason.
Control.
The poor widow is still just outside of town going.
And the one last thing is the moment they're out of there, I will spirit that girl out in the night and walk her over to where I know the widow to be.
This is definitely not how I had imagined the rescue of the young Indian woman.
I don't
What?
think it's how any of
Really?
us imagined it.
But somehow,
Right to the last fucking second, I didn't know where that was going.
somehow, through all of your disparate efforts, you are able to take Mourning Dove out of her cell, walk calmly through the main square of town at 4 a.m, and past the saloon, past the general store, and she will join you by the old Widow McAfee.
Good evening, widow.
It's good evening. Do you know which way the sun sets? Honey, it's morning.
I don't do a lot of sleeping, I gotta be honest with you. I catch about an hour a night, 2 hours a night if I can, and I do a lot of daydreaming during the day, but yes, of course. What
No
time is
wonder
it?
I look better than you.
That's not particularly nice, but thank you. I guess you got twice the years on me, but it doesn't fucking matter. Just take care of this young one, and I'll look at the girl and I'll say, "You have your freedom, and we did you one better. We got your revenge."
There is an eagle flying overhead, and soon enough, her brother and members of her family will come to join them. Now I'm going to take you just back to your regular map.
Jesus, what a night.
Again, I couldn't have predicted how any of this would go. I had 3 notes: rescue by stealth, rescue by negotiation, rescue by force. For some reason,
You didn't
was
write down
three.
humiliation?
a little bit of all of it.
Yeah. Trip aces, man. Whew.
Soaring Eagle and his family will be thankful, and you will receive the gifts that you had been promised. Anson Harrow, you're going to receive a potion that can change your appearance for a short time. Just by a matter of concentration, as long as you know what you want to look like, you can look like that for a spell.
Well,
It's in a little, not a vial, but a small water sack. That's water skin.
given how the
But
night
it's-
went, this is kind of perfect. So,
It's not water. Ronan, you had asked for a dream catcher to be made, and she plucked a piece of your hair and wove it into a very ornate wooden structure, about the size of your head. But you're going to have to take good care of it now. It's still a bit fragile.
Gotcha. Add that to my belongings.
Reverend, you had been promised something else. A trick up your sleeve, as it were.
Yeah.
Mourning Dove has a secret for you, and she will whisper it into your ear. I am not going to tell you what that is now, but I'm going to wait and send it to you privately a little bit later. This is something you're going to need to think about.
Gotcha.
Witta, you end up talking to Mourning Dove for a minute there, and she tells you the story of what she saw. She came to town. She always deals with Mr. Porter. He's fair to her. She was coming to trade some skins and arrows and feathers for stuff they don't have, like butter and cream and things. Sundries, supplies. They were in the middle of negotiation when the demon appeared. Out of nowhere, just appeared right in front of her eyes. Porter's the one who screamed waltz. But the man slit his throat and stabbed him in the heart. What he did after that, though, He broke into the man's desk, the bottom drawer. He found a lockbox and he broke it open with the butt of his gun. He took out a lump of this white-looking coal. He broke off just a piece, crumpled it between his fingers. Then he popped open his pocket watch, sprinkled the dust on it, and when he closed his pocket watch, he disappeared again, vanished into thin air. Vanished with a smile, an evil little smile. Before she leaves, Mourning Dove is going to tell you the worst thing of all. She's hesitant. She doesn't want to say it. But it illustrates just what kind of an evil son of a bitch this Waltz really is. But when he disappeared with that ghost rock and leaving the dead body on the floor, she found herself without any undergarments. A humiliation that she does not stand for. She will ask you to kill that man. And with that disturbing little nugget, we'll call an end to tonight's session. Actually, the Twitch is probably happy about that. Like, oh, too much.
Make sure we go after it, guys. Making the most distasteful son of a bitch ever did walk, and here we are.
I am trying to really make it worthwhile when you finally confront the man.
Oh, he's gonna die.
Himagundi. Yeah.
Thank you all for an unpredictable night. I can't believe that this broken up cast of characters managed to pull off something like this without any intercommunications between y'all.
That was the yes.
A hot mess and a spicy disaster, but you know what? It worked.
I was expecting the sheriff to come back, not at all. Not to come back scared. So the moment he came back scared, I was like, that's even fucking better. We get to fucking humiliate this guy on top of everything. Humiliation's a far better punishment than death.
Really top-notch work. And Anson Harold, goddamn, I agree completely with what Dylan said. Earn yourself a legendary coin tonight, son, because that was some amazing role play. And it worked.
That was good shit.
Smooth.
I was enraptured.
I gotta be honest, man, I had no idea where you were going with it. But
yeah, like to get a knife and just put like Waltz is watching on the wall, but you know what's like, fuck it, let's go ham. And I didn't. Thank you, Dylan, for making a suggestion for like coining, because I was just doing it just to.
That was so fun. If you didn't earn something worthwhile for that, I was gonna be.
I agree completely.
That would have been a.
Crooked Marshall has now probably developed many disorders, so that alone is its own reward. But thank you.
And you gave me the joy of getting to pluck the badge from his chest with no resistance. I knew he wasn't going to resist at that point. He wasn't going to be like, "No, I want the job."
No, he didn't want that job anymore. So let's go down and introduce our guest. That's Alex Maxwell, who was doing that amazing role play. Alex, where can they find you online?
Well, you can find me here every Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right?
It is.
It's 2020. I don't know what time it is anymore.
Days don't mean anything.
Yeah. But yeah, you can find me here on Wednesdays doing Cowpoke o'clock, which whenever the start time is, wherever you are in the world. You can also find me under the moniker you can see in the chat, Stormwolf92, wherever games are played. Don't worry, I'm really bad at them, so you can kick my ass.
We should stream together sometime then.
Oh, it's one of those things like people are going to watch, and chat's going to be like, "Haha, you suck." I'm like, yeah, I know.
Those are the best to watch, though, is people that suck.
Yeah. Well, but then I save all that energy and just pour that here. Is 5 minutes of vitriol. That's all I need. But I'm glad everyone enjoyed. I certainly did. Whew.
Well worth putting on the costume. Well worth putting on the costume.
Oh, definitely.
And Dylan Trahan, we didn't give you credit for it this week, but that opening is all yours.
Oh,
that is
thank you.
A great job there. That's one of my favorite damn things about this show.
You know what? I don't give you enough credit, Tony, because honestly, I don't do that kind of work unless someone's there to tell me, I do a lot of video work, and I don't spend that much time poring over each shot like I do when I work with you, because I know that you're going to give me notes that I actually care about. So it's fun working with you guys. Same with Will. When I work with you guys, I know I'm actually working with creative people, so it's worthwhile. And fun.
It feels like a compliment, but it feels like you're also saying I'm a taskmaster.
Brother, if you didn't give me notes, I wouldn't respect you creatively. So if you took the first thing I gave you and went, "Yeah, that'll do," I'd be like, "Fuck you."
We always make it better, right?
We always make it better. That's the thing by the end. And the one other thing before I finish my spiel for tonight, don't forget, next week, we did it again this week. We did it properly this week. We watched Deadwood before the show. So if you want to hang out with us before, we'll hop in the stream on the Discord server in the voice channel. And we're on episode 2 of Deadwood. So if you want to catch up before next week, watch the first episode. We'll be on episode 2 next week. So hang out with us. We'll do about 7:45 next week, because this next episode's a little shorter. And it should give us enough time to hang out. And then we still have time for us to hop in here and get in for Will to set up the stream for us before the show. So hang out with us in the Discord server.
You hoople heads out there in Twitch land ought to be signing up to our Discord to see this. Yeah,
if you're not signed up yet and you're here on Twitch, just go down below. There's a link.
Plus,
and I'll drop another one in the chat.
In case you don't know, Deadwood was written like Shakespeare in iambic pentameter, but using a more modern language.
Tony, what's an iamb?
Iambic, pentameter is just a way of saying 5 beats to a line, and that's.
And I can't
an iamb
watch
is
this
a non-stressed
show.
and stressed syllable.
Yeah,
so,
but like people.
Iambic pentameter is it's a lot of work to write something in iambic pentameter.
But what Shakespeare didn't know is the word motherfucker fits so well into iambic pentameter that it gets said.
Motherfucker. Non-stressed, stressed, non-stressed, stressed. That's an iambic.
My favorite one was "You motherfuck me."
I love that.
Swearingen said "motherfucker" to somebody, and the guy turned around and went, "You motherfuck me?" And yes, in perfect iambic pentameter. So if you haven't enjoyed Deadwood on that level, come, let's be literary geeks about it.
And the hell with you, Tony, because I watched this whole first episode and that was all that was going through my head. As they're doing their lines, I'm like, okay, okay.
Well, honestly, I think that should be everyone's, if you had a hard time watching Deadwood the first time, you're like, why does this feel unusual meter-wise? It's because it's written like poetry. It's written in non-stress, stress. Everything is written. It's not all strictly performed.
But
in a way that you would read.
True,
yeah.
but
it's written.
Now Tony says that it's written in modern, more modern. It's a more modern, but it's not modern because they're using using the verbiage of the time, which is different from the verbiage of now too.
That show is in of itself a writing masterpiece. It is a master class in how to create everything about writing: character, tone, voice, you name it.
Tiamat just said in the thing, still the only series I need subtitles for. I was going to put it to the chat next week, whether I turn on subtitles or not for the people watching.
No.
So it'll be up to you guys. But I know Tiamat was the only one there from beginning to end this week, so
that's a strong vote in favor of subtitles.
I think we should.
I know that the subtitles will probably make me mad because they won't be written in iambic. They
Exactly.
won't come out in the right
No.
scanned
Right,
out line.
right.
Damn it, you're leaving off a word.
Yeah. But
But,
we can discuss that next. Anyways, that was a long enough spiel for me. On to the next person.
Let's talk to Grace. For fuck's sake, Grace, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you? Just
You had a
kidding.
nice nap tonight.
Yeah,
you
I
left
mean,
her at the entire game, Tony.
I
What's wrong with you?
I
an
kept
old
coming
woman,
back to her.
an old woman needs her sleep. That's all I have to say. And these boys can go futz around the town, and you know, it is what it is.
You are laser focused then on finding the gold, and
Yeah.
you don't give a shit about nothing else.
No, I don't give a shit. I'm too old to give a shit about nothing else.
That's just a beautiful thing. All right, your mule is a little hurt, but you'll be able to carry on with him in the next episode.
Good.
Uh,
Okay. I was a little worried about him. I was taking close care of him.
And I don't think we said it the whole episode. Did you tell these guys what you named your mule?
No, I was thinking about that just a couple of seconds ago.
Oh, right.
So what's the
Tell them.
mule's name?
It's Ferris Mueller.
Oh my god. Which is
I get
perfect
to-
because Rooney is in Deadwood.
Yep.
I
Ferris
get to
Mueller.
I get to see that when I logged into Roll20. It made me laugh like hell.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Yes.
A lot of damage was dealt tonight, and that was the one that was transcendent. Well done.
Good one.
That hurt.
Glad we
That's
saved
what
that
I'm
one
here
the end.
for.
And are you anyplace else online? You got Twitter you want to shout out?
I mean,
or-
I'm everywhere, anywhere, as FFS Grace, for fuck's sake, Grace, you know.
yeah, we
That's me.
know.
Yeah.
And Will DM is tonight. Will.playa. You man, you killed that dude just for recognizing you. What
Hell
the
yeah,
hell
I
Yeah,
did.
type of
honestly-
creature are you?
That's the one thing. First act of today's game.
Yes.
You unfortunately you were overshadowed by the shadow, but there was some pretty intense roleplay going on with the preacher spouting off verse there in the fucking middle of town.
Well, I wasn't going to shoot him to death originally.
But you just did.
Well, he was shooting at me, so it didn't matter. Gunplay was on the table as soon as he started shooting his gun. I was going to try and do it quiet like, but that just didn't work out.
No. Well, you were supposed to make a ruckus anyway. What the hell?
The ruckus.
Well, I was going to burn down the church, but fuck that now.
I'm laughing because I know you're saying that God's honest truth.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's
would
what I
have- you
intended
would
on
have burned
doing.
down the church.
I was going to go burn down the church.
Son of a bitch. I knew there was something happening in that mind of yours. Oh,
Say
damn,
that,
you
baby.
guys are killing me.
Yep.
Well, I've been your balladeer tonight. I'm Uncle Tony, and we're here every Wednesday night going through this Savage World Deadlands edition of an original story I call Blood and Gold. And, yeah, now we got 2 Jacob Waltzes on our hands somehow. But there you go. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll be back next week. And are we pitching any other shows at this point?
Well, let me say, okay, basically the shows here currently we have this, the Blood and Gold, the Deadlands, and then on Friday nights we have at 9:30 at 9 Eastern time, we've got the Dragonlance Chronicles, which is in 5E, and that's it. That's all we have on the channel anymore. We only have the 2 shows, and then.
We got to get back to doing more games. Then.
This is on a rotation, so we'll have other stuff that'll come up on the Wednesday nights. But right now I'm having too much fun right now. So
Now, this is going to go out for oh shit, man. We'll get to the first of the year anyway with this
excellent.
story.
I'm down with that for sure.
Yeah.
So good.
Var.
But that's about
guys-
it. That's about it. I mean, there's always stuff. If you're not following us on Facebook, you can go to Wicked Studios LLC. There, we post all kinds of different stuff up there. We've got the Discord as well.
Yeah, you can always find us in the Discord. We're always doing goofy shit over there.
And we will do other games here and there. There's some stuff in the works. I won't really say anything to put anybody on the spot, but there is stuff in the works. So have no fear. We have more entertainment coming your way.
Lovely. And if you want to catch me, I'm Uncle Tony on YouTube.
youtube.com/Uncle Tony. And I put up a fascinating video about Back to the Future that nobody's watching.
Well, if you go to Wicked Studios LLC on Facebook, it's posted up there. You can watch it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I exposed some secrets hidden in Back to the Future. Nobody's that impressed. I'm like, damn it.
Because
I honestly, when you told me, I was blown away.
I thought it was entertaining, slightly creepy, but entertaining. Not that you were being creepy. Anyway, go watch the video.
No, I get it. Go watch the video. All right, everybody. Well, that's it for me. That's it for the cast. You guys have been fantastic tonight. Thank you and good night.
Good night, everybody.
Nah.